Yep.
Yep. I don't think it
Boy, howdy.
It doesn't breed.
Are we live now?
Yep.
I hate
How long have we been live?
What?
How long have we been live?
You hate what?
How long have we been live?
Oh, I hate when we go live and we don't know.
I think it's great.
Because then I
Were they talking?
then I'm like.
Why do you think
I
I'm so
forget to
quiet?
I gotta get my racism and sexism all.
Oh, so 9/11 I hear.
Oh no. We're gonna lose.
Go back to Japan.
We're gonna lose our Jelly Belly sponsorship.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it too late to put
Yeah.
you back on the plane?
Super glad you guys saved them all for me.
Yep.
We ate.
Actually, I did like
Five.
them. I did like them quite a bit.
I think they're a great mechanic.
I like them.
I'm gonna show stream my new dice bag from the Gundam Cafe. Yeah, the back's just Gundam Cafe.
What continuity is it from?
What?
Which continuity is it from?
The cafe one.
What is that? Cafe edition.
Do you?
It's like it's got that looks like traditional Gundam up front, so probably just the first one. But then again, they actually have the Red Zaku was also in the first one.
I've never played Gundam Wing.
I don't remember what this one.
Have you ever
was.
built a Gundam model?
So I'm not sure.
Haven't.
Okay.
What came first? Was it a comic book or a show or a manga? Or
I
was it
wanna
just
say
a
it
model?
started-
Ancient robots.
I want to say it started as an anime,
Okay.
It was a Boy Love comic at first, right?
but I am
Boy
not.
Love comic.
What does that mean?
Boy Love.
What is that word that you were saying?
Boy Love.
Boy.
Boy.
Oh, like okay, like
Like
a
yaoi.
Okay.
I mean, but like usually cuter.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna look that
You
up.
should Google
Yeah,
that
Google
tomorrow
that.
at work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Image search I would recommend in
Yeah.
particular.
But no, I've never been like a Gundam super fan. My brother's more of a fan than I am, but I still like Gundam stuff a lot.
What's your favorite Gundam?
The GP02A.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's from Stardust Memory. Or is it Memory? I think it's Stardust Memory.
I don't know. I have actually.
What's your favorite Gundam, Jeff?
I've watched some Gundam Wing in my time, and I always liked Heavy Arms because I just liked that he had Gatling guns instead of swords.
He is perhaps the most straightforward name
Yeah.
of the Gundams.
But I didn't watch much of that, and it wasn't really my thing. I was more into the Boy Love comic.
That was your thing?
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it's all about.
Can you describe like what you would read about in this comic? Like, give me an example of like here's a typical page in a Boy Love.
I can actually.
Well, first of all, it's reading from right to left.
Yeah, I can actually bring
Yes,
you.
I know because it says like stop. This is
So
the
it's-
end of the book.
Then I'll bring one next week.
Standardized
It's
test.
basically,
I'll bring one next week.
It's basically two guys being really cute together.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Okay.
No, I'll bring one next week.
Doing cutesy things.
I'm not
usually.
joking. I have access to.
Sometimes it gets a little bit further than that.
Boy Love comic that you'll be welcome to read on stream.
Are these like childhood friends or
Depends
are they, like,
on. There's a lot.
Can we go back to 9/11?
Oh my god! Wow.
I wonder that every day.
There's a lot of different. I mean, it depends, right? There's a lot of different relationships out there.
Oh, man.
The one
Why am I
that.
here?
Actually, I have another transition too.
Thank God. Oh, a bunch of Boy Love comics.
I love
Thanks.
The thing with Boy Love comics. So you'll notice that the front of the bag is a 4-leaf clover for luck.
What?
Candy first. I don't know what the
I
heck
thought those
these
were
are.
taquitos, and I was really excited.
So we get to try these delicious, possibly delicious candies. Except this one is wasabi flavored Kit Kats.
Bill,
Oh.
what the hell is going on? Where have you been?
I've been in Japan,
Oh.
and I brought a bunch of goods from overseas. And
I like
actually,
that
I
this
do
says-
have.
Goods.
I like that it just says randomly says bourbon.
That's the only word I understand
Since-
of the whole package.
Yeah, they do say bourbon.
Oh, you got calorie mate.
I like.
Those are really good. Somebody sent me one of those.
Yeah,
I
so I know
coming back
Brendan.
with like a full beard and a backpack.
Brendan is a fan
It's
of
been a
Metal
long
Gear,
journey, but
so I decided to get him a calorie mate.
Metal Gear.
So here you go.
Oh, thank you.
They're so tasty.
They are pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, wasabi
Just
Kit
save this
Kats.
for when I need
energy
it.
drink.
And yeah, I've got some energy drinks. And I have varying challenge levels of energy drink.
I like
And the
this.
reason I say that is I have familiarity to who knows what the heck it is.
What is the story mode version?
So,
Like, I just want to mash my way through.
Yeah.
so first one is Chaos Monster Energy
Hang
drink
on.
Okay.
from Japan.
Hang on, stay right there.
With a K.
I have that camera flipped so that we
Oh,
they can see. No,
okay.
that's fine. Stay right where you are. Okay, now you're right side up.
All right.
Chaos.
So it's Chaos Monster Energy drink. So it's familiar. Everyone knows Monster.
Yeah, that's looks like something.
Wait,
right.
Chaos with a K?
Yeah.
Yes, with a
okay.
K.
Mortal Kombat Chaos.
It's Chaos. Or
Did a
K.
10th grader design this?
I guess you pronounce it K-Chaos.
No, so what's best about these is we actually have no idea what the ingredients
Yeah.
are.
Like,
Yeah.
I can't even guess.
I mean, it's probably orange soda.
Challenge level 2 is Boss
It's
Rainbow
red for
Mountain
your
Blend
pleasures.
coffee.
What?
This is a kind of a cheat. It's coffee, but
Okay.
it's still kind of an energy drink. So
I'm in.
this challenge level 2
Put
because
everything in my body.
my brother actually tried one of these and he really liked it. So
No.
I know
Okay,
this is
shit.
probably
How-
safe.
is that
Is your brother-
is that Fidel in?
It is so their icon is like a dude with a pipe, and it looks like an English dude.
So does
And their like mascot is Agent K from Men in Black. What's his name? The actor's name?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yes,
Oh,
he is
okay.
their mascot. He is their spokesperson.
Right, he's big in Japan.
This is like the Rainbow Mountain Blend. So this is kind of
No, that's not the coffee that the little monkeys poop out, is it?
no.
That's later in the challenge.
Challenge level 3 is
I go
that
back a monkey
the
shit.
only English words on this one is real gold.
I hope it is solid gold inside.
Real gold.
No liquid.
Real Gold is my favorite Gundam.
And challenge level 4 is almost no English whatsoever.
Uh-huh.
This is the complete mystery, burning
that.
fire, like energy drink.
I hope
It
it's
does
actually
say-
called Complete Mystery.
It does. Notably, it does say Asahi on it, which is the brand of beer I have.
How did you say that word?
Asahi? I believe it's Asahi.
Asahi.
Asahi?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Asahi.
What is that?
Sorry,
Is
yeah,
that the
definitely
brand
Asahi.
name though?
I went to Japan. I know how to say it.
Yeah.
Look,
Yeah.
who here has been to Japan?
No, we were definitely the foolish gaijin there. So, me and my
How did you say that word?
foolish gaijin?
Foolish?
Well, baka gaijin.
Oh no! This must end.
So this is the
It'll end as soon as you guys drink those.
this is a complete
We're
mystery.
not drinking
one.
all like everyone
We're not
take
Yeah,
one.
we're just gonna mix them up.
We're not gonna do all these tonight, but
Or ever.
you guys can choose where we start, I guess.
Holy shit!
Oh, and I also have some gifts for everyone, which is just some simple like 1 yen coins.
Oh, nice.
I'm gonna put it in my
Oh,
drink.
thank you.
One for Brendan.
So what can I do with this?
Thank you.
You can buy
You can-
this real gold energy
Is this
drink
a
from
yen?
me.
Yes, that
For
is 1 yen.
1 yen.
So it is less than a penny.
I think you need like 50,000 of these to buy a video game, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
For 1 yen, I'll give you this gold energy.
10,000 is just about $10. Pretty close.
I'll give you 1 yen for your
Um,
boy love collection.
So yeah, if anyone wants to try some candy, I guess I'll be first on the wasabi stuff
I'll
too.
try.
What is
wasabi
this
Kit Kat.
business?
Yeah.
What even is it?
We don't. I have no idea.
Just open it and a bunch of
Oh,
bats
they're-
fly out.
They are individually wrapped.
Oh,
No, it's like little Swiss
I'm
people.
eating it.
Bourbon.
yeah.
Bourbon.
It says bourbon on it?
It says bourbon.
that sweet. Holy shit.
Oh, note about Japan. Everything comes sweet almost. Like sweetness
It
can
has
be found
like
everywhere.
no flavor but just sugar.
Um,
I'm excited now.
I'm gonna put it in
I
the
gotta figure out how
coffee.
to open this.
It sort of smells like a cornmeal or something.
It's like cornmeal and sugar.
Alright.
That's not sweet at all.
Oh, these are also individually wrapped. Nice. This is kind of a nice package. Look at this stream. It's very nice. Alright. Anyway, so
Oh, great.
somebody can choose. Do you want to go familiar, crazy?
Ryan, you're the
I
master
say-
of the minute. Why
I
don't
think
you
Ryan
why don't
should
you
probably
figure
show.
this out?
Yeah.
I don't know if I like this or dislike it.
It's horrible. It's the
I like
worst thing I've ever had.
Do you want the rest of mine?
Put it in his mouth.
No.
Seductively.
Polo likes
I like
Does anyone else want to risk the wasabi Kit Kats as well?
I can't do
Of course.
wasabi. You know,
I'll eat anything in the world right now.
I think
Polo, do you want a wasabi Kit
I
Kat?
think
Well, it's not allowed.
we better get it while it's hot here. You got
Alright.
the whole Japanese training going on here. Let's not go for the the overdrive.
Is that one of the bullet trains?
Start with the real.
They go
gold.
very fast.
Number 3 of the 4. Interesting.
Yeah.
All
What do you
right.
think? Give a real
So-
gold?
so-
Sure, real gold.
So why don't you make up a story about this? Because that's what I always do.
Okay. I went.
What?
I'll make up a story. It's actually a true story. I went to a vending
Stop
machine.
making up a story.
I went to a vending machine. It said energy drink on it, and I bought it.
You just put your money
Sounds,
in it.
that sounds like a Bill story.
It's a
Yeah.
cool story.
No, a Bill
But-
story.
A Bill story. Yeah.
Not a cool story.
All right.
I don't get it.
I fought a ninja for
Oh,
it.
hey, this is made by Coca-Cola.
Oh, real gold.
Oh,
Put
really?
it in my body.
You guys ever been to those places that has Cokes from around the world?
No.
It's like, this one's a German Coke and it tastes like...
Oh, this
It
is
tastes like bitters.
Bratwurst.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes like.
these are just Kit Kats, practically.
This is
They have a
no.
little bit of a wasabi.
Yeah.
These are delicious.
Am I
I
doing
love them.
these? By the way, this reminds me. You guys know if you're ever in a zombie apocalypse thing,
Yeah.
you have a canned good, and you need to open the canned good, but you have no utensils to do so. What you can do is you take it upside down, slam it on a rock, and like move it back and forth. It basically shaves off the top, which basically connects the two individual pieces of metal, and you can just pick it open. So I might have just saved your life. Actually,
I was-
real
I was-
gold might have just saved
I
your
wasn't
life.
listening.
Sorry, real gold.
Oh, we gotta get the
I
overseas
flipped it back
sponsorship.
upside down.
Yes.
Oh man, I've eaten so much crap.
Did you have to? You didn't have to declare anything.
Do we need ice in
No.
these
I'm gonna
things?
die.
No.
Our
So
energy drinks
you
are usually
Smell it
chilled.
already.
They had tax-free stuff where you can get stuff tax-free if you're from overseas
I don't
and you have
want
a
much of
passport.
this.
Okay.
But if you don't go over
Yeah, that's
$800 or $1,000, you don't have to like.
What, this real gold wasn't $1,000?
No,
Gold
I'm
usually
sorry.
have a greenish tinge to it.
Oh yeah.
That's
I mean, real gold does.
totally
But
cool.
they don't. You don't use real gold in a lot of things, so that's why.
Oh, fair enough.
Just pouring this, I enjoy the scent of it. I enjoy the.
Thanks.
Yeah. I enjoy the
like
look of
a pineapple. It smells like
It doesn't smell
Lime?
like a pineapple.
Okay.
Pineapples smell refreshing and
I don't-
delicious.
No, pine sol. It smells like pine
Pine
sol.
sol. Pine sol.
It
Yeah.
does smell
I think
more
no.
like
To
that.
me, it's like a lemony lime.
I don't think you'll die from
soda.
drinking
Yeah.
this one.
Yeah.
Lemony lime wine is what I'm going with.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, who's got
Ingredients,
the
ingredients
toast?
or who knows?
Who's
Possibly
got the
plutonium.
toast?
Bill's got the toast.
I'll do the toast. To Japan, overseas trip. It was great. I loved it. It was
Thank
a lot
you,
of fun.
Japan.
And I'm glad to be back here playing D&D with you guys again because I missed it. It was
Welcome back, Bill.
Yeah.
And to boy love.
and to
No,
That's why I
no,
wanna
you,
Bill back.
no, you can toast next week. That is not an
All right.
official part
All right.
of the toast. D&D is canceled forever.
Wow, that's sharp.
It is sharp. Oh my goodness.
It's not bad.
It's not like offensive. It's just really. It's like a
It's not that
salt.
flavorful.
A little
Yeah.
Mountain Dewy.
Yeah, I
It
was
is
gonna
very
say.
Mountain Dewy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
It's like if Mountain Dew punched you in the throat.
It's like a
Yeah,
spark-
that's exactly what
sparkling
it's
Mountain
like.
Dew.
Yeah. Huh. Not bad. Third challenge level cleared.
I'd say real gold is real good.
The only danger
Get the
is,
fuck off.
the only danger is I wonder if the limits on how much energy stuff can be in a drink are the same in Japan as
I
they are
know.
here.
That's
There's
what I was
no
wondering.
telling how much like
Well,
caffeine and
In
taurine.
40 minutes,
don't
we're
think-
going to be
I don't-
bouncing off the walls.
I don't think they have like any sort of FDA there, you know.
Good.
My life.
Yeah, so when we all get sick tomorrow, it's not my
I'm
fault.
already.
What are you
sick.
talking about tomorrow? Good, great.
Tonight.
So here, let's keep the Japan bullet train a rolling. Bill, you said that you've caught up on the streams,
I
right?
did.
Why don't you update us with what's been going on and where we're at?
Sure thing. So, last episode, you picked up a dead cat
Accurate.
after getting woken up
Wait,
weirdly.
I don't remember that.
You resurrected a dead cat.
I'm pretty sure.
It was in the tree.
Oh, I was thinking like a small kitty cat. No, okay.
No, you picked up a giant, like.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
a Nexu.
You got a zombie cat.
It wasn't kind of like a Nexi cat. It was a lot less deadly.
I think you three ate a ton of boulders.
We ate a lot of boulders.
I'll speed this up a little bit.
That's fine.
You fought some
I have
apes for
nowhere
a
to
while.
be.
The apes gave you a lot of grief.
They were-
There were Herbie's apes. I forgot the name of them. again.
Grief apes.
Grief apes. The four-armed
Phalar.
Phalar. And they have psionic powers, so they were hard to track down. One of them was like camouflage stuff.
And I'd like to point out that fight was pretty much the apex of the night.
It was definitely the apex of the night. Yeah.
They did go bananas on us.
Goodbye,
you had
Chef.
you had a little guerrilla warfare there. Anyway, so then you guys.
It got caught on the microphones. It didn't clatter to the ground properly. I have to do it all over again. Oh no, but it's bound up to this. I tried to knock the camera off. I want to leave. Please.
Yeah.
Someone swat us. He said, call the police. Don't really do that. Don't.
Yeah,
Don't do
that's-
that. That's a really bad idea. Okay.
So, after primately getting through that, I guess, you guys
That was a stretch.
made a new zombie. Yeah, it was a stretch. You guys made a new zombie ape to follow you around. And
I don't know about we.
Let's
Well,
not make
okay.
this collective.
The group didn't really appreciate your zombie shenanigans, Marvin's zombie shenanigans, and he had the one ape leading the charge with the little torch in its hand. You guys came across a ton of dead bodies hanging from the trees that were all you believe to be casters or possibly the Veiled Alliance that was in Gulg, or maybe it still is. Who knows? Lots of wizards and casters and their type of folk hanging from the trees dead.
Nobody panic. This is just where they hang their witches.
Yeah, you guys got a cup.
This is just how the Veiled Alliance sleeps.
A magic water elemental cup. Because water is super common in Athos, and we're going to find lots of water to fill it with. And then you guys went up to the inn, I think, after telling the zombies to run off into the forest and wait for you. Which I'm sure isn't going to come. I'm sure that's not going to come back to bite us in the ass later.
Yeah.
And now you guys are at the inn, if I recall, right?
I think we hadn't entered yet.
You were on approach to the city.
But Antoria did do a ritual so that we all have psychic connection.
True.
For
Yeah.
1 hour, right?
For
Yeah,
1
1 hour,
so
yeah.
that we can get through the gates maybe this time.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Does anyone have any questions or anything else to go over before we get started?
I'm gonna die.
One quick
All the
question.
Crap I ate today.
All right. Well.
Something I forgot to ask.
Yes.
Would clerics also be equally regarded as probably casters or like frowned upon, like strung up outside if they were?
So that's a relevant question because Bill has a new character who we haven't seen yet, but we'll go ahead and say is a cleric.
Yes.
So, clerics in the world of Dark Sun don't worship gods because the only gods that anyone really knows about are the Hamanu and his ilk.
Yeah.
The sorcerer kings and queens all profess to be gods of one sort or another, and so usually if someone is serving them and receiving divine gifts, that's a Templar. However,
Those are great.
there are clerics of more of a shamanistic kind of variety that worship the elemental forces, the things that affect everyone, regardless of whether they're in a city-state or not. The sun, the rain, the silt, the earth beneath you, that kind of thing. And so people have sort of come to realize that some people are capable of communing with these forces and interceding with them in one way or another. And because of that, they're sort of revered as special characters. They're not necessarily like community leaders the way a cleric might be in another group, or excuse me, another setting. You won't usually find like a shrine or anything approaching like a cathedral or anything like
Kind
that.
of like shamans or village elders.
Not-
quite that status.
I mean, village elders, no. Very rarely, maybe. But really, they're more like hermits or the weird old guy that lives on the edge of town or...
I sense a soul in search of answers.
yeah.
Or
Or a
normally
witch
they'll-
doctor or something like
They'll
that.
help like the townsfolk with medicines and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. It's not someone that you typically expect to find leading a group, but is usually a really important part of whatever community that they're in. Now, they're not regarded as witches and terrifying the way that preserving magic, or defiling magic for that matter, is regarded in Athos. That said, in a city-state, the Templars are usually the ones slinging spells, and they appreciate and understand the role that elemental clerics play, but they don't brook competitors. They usually keep them at an arm's length. If one of them starts getting a little bit ambitious, then usually they put a stop to that. So
They're tolerated.
they are tolerated so long as they keep a low profile.
Yeah.
Correct.
As long as you
And
stay
make it
under
very
my
clear in what they're doing that what they're doing is elemental magic. Anyone that's sort of, townsfolk don't have like a list of what makes a class a
You're
class.
shooting out like fireballs and like lightning bolts. You're probably gonna,
Exactly.
yeah.
Any other questions?
What time of day is it?
It is midnight, as a matter of fact.
That's what I thought.
It is midnight as you approach Gulg, the forest city.
I guess while we're approaching it, Toriel will shift his shield to standby mode.
Okay,
Yeah, same
that makes
thing
good
with-
sense.
I'll put away my surprise.
Finally.
You stow your surprise.
I'll do the same with my
Got it.
Should I think kind of go without saying? But
Absolutely. So, I forgot to update the commands. Kababa, you need to roll it without the 1 in front of the die. I'm sorry about that. Chat stuff. Sorry. I guess that didn't really make a whole lot of sense. Like I was like casting a spell. Kababa! I am a powerful wizard. Your shirt is red.
You guys are gonna groan when you hear my character.
I already
Saw it. Yeah. Is that, is that a command Ryan spell?
I had to look just to make sure.
Command Fat Wizard.
So, even in the dark of night, the city seems to come to life. There is a great deal of motion beyond the city walls, which are not like city walls, remember, that you've seen anywhere before. It's this tremendous 30-foot high bramble wall, just thorns, just sort of almost as if it's an entire low sea urchin collective spanning the whole of the city. Each of the spikes sort of craning left and right, trying to find would-be intruders. But even outside of that, there's a tremendous amount of activity. There's huts and small sort of mud-built buildings. But then there's a second perimeter around that, sort of a lower constructed wall. Almost like a stable yard or something like that. And it's patrolled by guards not quite like what you've seen before in other cities. Usually in other cities you'll see Templars very clearly announcing that they are Templars, that they are there to serve the interests of the Sorcerer King or Queen. They're usually flanked by powerful slaves of some degree, half-giants or moles or something like that.
This is mine.
Sure.
He doesn't really know it, but
Huh? What?
So this place is different. This place has what looks like just ordinary men and women equipped, guarding the perimeter. Not just the perimeter of the city, but the perimeter of this sort of smaller area that you see out front. If you look at the very most Lobos word stretch of the map, that's sort of where we're approaching. There's this larger gate leading into the big city, and there's some big buildings, maybe a couple of complexes, sort of individual spaces outside of that. But even that seems to be protected by this sort of stable wooden wall and these folks that don't seem to have any particular rank or insignia or anything like that, but seem to be entrusted with the protection of the city.
I'll say I'll kind of slow us as we approach. Like, before we get to their guards, we should have a clear story. We're going to want to know why we're here in the middle of the night. I would say it would only make sense if we're fleeing from the pseudo-revolution in Nibene, although we don't want to be here as Nibenese.
Fleeing from some strange zombies in the forest.
Yeah.
There's a big ape like 50 feet that way.
Go get it.
Big undead nature.
If you continued further in this direction, you eventually would reach Tyr, right? From going from Nibene?
Ah, good question. So, let's go to the map. I'm not going to play the map music. But
It's on
so Gulg is here, and there's a road that goes this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. And we switch over to this map over here. Blah, 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 blah. And basically, you can take it all the way south to North Levidopolis, which is down here in the south, or you can hook back up towards Alterac, which is where your adventure began.
We can tell them we were in Nibene, staying there and heading towards Alterac, but had to leave in a hurry due to the troubles there. They've doubtless heard something of it by now.
So everyone can give me a history check, actually, if they're. Or,
Fix the thing.
oh, sure.
I already know one thing.
What's happening?
I'm not some debug code in, so it's always rolling 20s.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh.
Where is it?
There?
Maybe pass this one. Random equals.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. It was. Yeah.
Oh, Lobos assistance. Lobos assistance.
What do people get for history?
12.
9.
17.
Do you want me to roll?
Oh, no.
I was gonna say, I'm not
So we're
there.
not appearing
Uh,
this
I assume I assume I'm already there.
You are at a place that we will discover soon.
Very well.
Terrific. Okay. 17. Marcus, did you roll?
I just appeared inside the party. Hey guys.
Yeah, why?
It's been a while.
8.
8. Okay, Marvin.
That's unnatural.
It is unnatural. It's opposite day.
Oh my god.
So somehow, somewhere along the way in your travels, you have picked up on a particular factoid, if you will, about Gulg. Perhaps gleaned when you first were traveling west and tried to enter the city yourself, which is that most, if not all of the city-states, don't really trust one another, much less outsiders. Gulg is far and away the most xenophobic, the most paranoid, and that's probably partially because in a lot of ways they live in sort of a paradise. They're in the middle of the forest, they have food and water. Everyone seems to enjoy a higher quality of life here. And so they don't let people in, is the thing. If you know someone that lives inside the city, they can sort of sponsor you and get you past the gates. But even in this sort of corral, this outside area which is the only space where outsiders are allowed to come normally, you have to have a very, very good reason for being there. You have to be associated with a merchant house or an elven tribe or something like that has official business with basically they phrase it as you must have business with the sorcerer queen herself, which really just means the affairs of the day-to-day state, because she owns the entire place. Mm-hmm. Any trade that's done with the city is really being done with her, sort of. Okay. So random wanderers, mercenaries that are looking for work, refugees, these are all turned away.
Okay.
As
So
perhaps
I
you have
will
discovered.
relay that information that if we want in, we should say that we have business with the sorcerer queen herself, because
That sounds exactly right.
Because she only does business with outsiders.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Exact-
stare at you for a second
Exact translation.
and be like,
I heard this random. I don't know why.
she
I
only
just-
does business with outsiders.
like traders.
That makes
you know,
absolutely no sense.
She
to
doesn't do
anyone.
business with trader. They don't do business with traders. But yeah,
But the druid said they don't like outsiders. I'm confused.
No, that's because it's Marvin and he's speaking nonsense.
It's opposite day.
well, yeah. No, what I'm saying is
Marvin
yes,
Day.
they don't allow traders unless it's on a mission for the sorcerer's queen herself. I think that's what I heard.
Do I potentially...
Can you fact check that? This is what you're gonna ask?
I mean, I would love to fact check that, but
So-
I don't know that I would. Since I rolled badly on history, I don't think that I would know.
You can give me an insight check to determine whether or not you think that Marvin's telling the
That
truth.
sounds like
It's
a
not that
bad
I'm not
idea.
telling the
That's
truth.
No,
the
I know,
thing, he's
I
telling
know.
the truth.
17.
But if you really believe that it's the truth, then maybe it's not right.
22.
But that's not insight, right?
It depends on how well you know Marvin.
Oh, okay. Well, here.
I think that would be
I
insight.
legitimately, that's
What
what I
else?
thought I heard.
Okay.
I am not trying to.
Shake things up for
Shake
Raffles.
things. Yes.
Oh, right, I love you.
Well, one question. The eyeball stones we found a while ago. What are those? Do we have an appraised value on those? That might be useful here. Just asking out of the blue.
Those are the ones that we determined are not actually magical?
They're not magical, but they're some kind of gemstones that look remarkably like eyeballs.
Yes. They seem like a very niche item. To the right collector, you think you might be able to get 50 gold for the pair, but random merchant stall isn't necessarily going to give you that.
Fair enough.
Okay, so just to reconvey, just to make sure that we're at least the players have the right information, is that outsiders can trade so long as they are they only like dealing with known quantities. So they will trade with outsiders because they know that they need to do that, but they'll only trade with the merchant houses that they've already vetted, that they've had to dinner, that they've sort of talked with and understand, okay, I've developed a personal relationship with this person, now we can do business. If you just show up with your caravan and be like, hey, I want to set up shop in Gulg, and they're going to tell you to head right back down the road where they came from. There's certain elven tribes that they'll deal with because as much as they hate elves bring in a lot of stuff. So generally speaking, you need to be associated with someone or have some sort of an inn. You got to know a guy if you're going to have an inn in Gulg. That is the information. What you choose to do with that information is entirely up to you.
Can I remind them of something?
You can remind your friends at Dungeons and Dragons of anything you want, though.
I just want to remind you guys, you do have the thing you got from the druid for the end.
Yeah, we have to get inside.
Yeah,
Right,
we're
so-
trying to get inside
Yeah.
first.
Right, the
You guys
inn.
just heard that.
Right, yes.
Yeah, we've got that.
Yeah, we know
We
that,
have to be
but-
inside the gates before. Or inside
No,
the
it's.
shop.
I thought it was outside the
Yeah,
gates.
it's a tavern. In
But this is still.
no,
It's sounding like
it's-
they don't let
No,
anyone
we have to
in.
drink.
We have to get
We
into
don't-
the shelter
yeah.
area,
Yeah.
which is still.
I thought
outside.
that you can't go past here, but
Nobody's
here-
allowed past here except for
Right.
citizens.
Right.
Outsiders are allowed outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, outsiders are allowed outside,
But
but
even
only
they
Once
have-
you're
even-
approved.
Even they have
You gotta get a
yeah,
travel
that's what
visa.
we're trying to get.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I didn't catch that.
So this is like the airport,
Yeah,
and then we have to go through security to get here, and nobody makes it through security.
Is that why we can just bring our weapons in?
Yeah, just like at the airport.
Yeah.
But if you have healing potions, they have to be
Yeah, too many.
7 ounces.
New Year's
Yes.
cans.
Are we continuing up to the gates?
Well, like, are we?
we haven't really got
Yeah, we
any
haven't-
information
So,
that would have changed. what
so
we were doing.
real quick. Did you, rewinding, did you convey what it is that I just said to the party? Or did you convey what you said?
Yeah, because what he said wouldn't have changed what we were doing, unfortunately.
I'm okay with either, I just want to know.
Marvin. Okay,
Yes.
so here's the thing.
Yes.
Marvin hears this stuff, but he kind of selectively takes like
That's-
spark notes.
Oh, totally.
I don't
Of
know.
stuff.
Like
and
telephone.
sometimes gets stuff wrong.
Absolutely,
But
absolutely.
not intentionally.
No, I know. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, Margaret.
So, Cade and no, just Cade, as a matter of fact. You can give me a wisdom check.
Okay, I'm good at these.
Okay.
I'm not though.
Are you better at intelligence?
No.
Punching people.
Can I
Well-
do a strength check?
brain power. Strength.
Fuck!
That was
It was going to be a natural 20, but it's okay. I was 11.
11. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. Even an 11 will remind you that, given your position in Uruk, you had extensive dealings with all manner of folk enforcing Hamanu's divine laws.
As you do.
And many of them had to do with the senior merchant house in Uruk, House Stel, which you happen to remember does have an outpost here in Gulg.
Stel.
S-T-E-L, Stel.
Got it. And I'll say, well, I don't know about business with the sorcerer queen.
Thank you.
I'm trying.
Sorceress queen. No.
We're gonna go yell at you if you say that. That's not what it says in the books.
50 DKP minus.
I'll say, I don't know about business with the sorcerer queen, but I do think I have some merchant contacts here in town. It's just a matter of if I can talk my way into making contact with them.
It does sound better than the refugee story, for certain.
Well, yes, especially in this case. The sounds of it, they'll get us nowhere. That's your vague understanding, is that right?
Like you guys are looking at me. When have I ever known?
You were the one who spoke up as we got close.
Because no one else was saying anything.
That's because nobody knew anything!
I've never been here.
Nor have I. I didn't leave Uruk until several months ago.
You poor baby.
I will say that I think this is the only time we ever had an inn, like from the onset. So, if that's what it takes, then let's go meet your friends. But we're supposed to talk to some guy, Alakash, I think.
Yes.
Supposed to bring a branch. I don't.
Yes.
Branch with sat. Oh, that's right. We have that, right?
Antoria has
You're
it.
literally holding it in your hand.
Yeah, you
I
have
think
that.
Antoria has it.
Do I have it? I thought you did.
What?
I think I might have.
Someone pass it to a zombie.
It's
It was handed, he was talking to the druid. It was
gotta go
handed to him.
The zombies using
I
it as
left
a
in Glass
toothpick.
City.
It's a toothpick for the zombie.
Alright, well, I'll take out the branch and hand it to Antoria, so you hold on to this.
Crisis averted.
Yeah. I'll say, well, I guess I could. Would I know of any names that I could drop here, or would I just know that there's an outpost here?
So it's difficult. So most merchant houses will rotate.
Oh, I have that house written down already up here for some reason.
Yeah,
I guess that got mentioned before.
I think it did. Yeah,
Oh man.
it's come up a couple of times actually.
This consistency.
Yeah,
Setting.
I love it. It's great.
It's like there's a greater world out there.
That's the magic of having a campaign world that's only 10 square miles. Everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows.
I'm sorry, Herbie started singing, so I didn't want to interrupt. So you're asking about names. Most merchant houses will rotate whoever it is that's managing sort of the non-main headquarters. It's a good way for up and coming heirs to sort of cut their teeth on the family business. So it's difficult to say.
Okay.
You do know a couple of the Stell scions, but you're not. Obviously, there's no way for you to know whether or not they're here.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Do I know what Stell merchants? What do they vend?
Yes, absolutely.
Or
So Stell is a merchant house of Yurik in every way. They sell weapons.
Weapons,
They
yeah.
also sell slaves.
Good.
They are far and away the best source for armaments anywhere in the Tablelands.
Oh, that's delightful.
They are also chiefly responsible for marketing anything that Yurik plunders in any of its conquests to anyone else that wants to buy it back.
Wonderful. All right then. I'll say, well, I guess let me lead the charge. I'll just try to see if we can get us through to Stell. They may be of use to us, even just as contacts once we get inside. We're going to need something at least to prove that we're here on a mission for them. I'll kind of look Marcus up and down.
Antoria, Marcus, and Marvin. You guys can give me intelligence checks.
See how I do on outside.
And Toria's here.
I
13.
got a 15.
Okay.
7.
13.
Okay.
I'll sort of
Continue on.
Marcus over. Other than Chevron,
Yeah.
does he own any weapons that are like impressive? Or I know he has this bone wall.
He had a lava axe.
He had a lava axe. Threw that in the garbage forever.
Just a bone longsword and a short bow.
Okay.
Tower shield.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll say, Marcus, we may have to use Chevron just as a prop for this.
What?
Don't worry, we're not intending to sell you to anyone.
I don't want to be put on the spot here.
Like, well,
I don't do well under pressure.
Look, your only job is to do literally nothing. Especially not what you're doing right now.
What are you talking about?
That!
Oh, right.
Yes.
Most swords don't talk.
No. It's a good way to get Stell's attention, but a better way to get the sorceress. What's her name?
Her name is Lalali-Puy, the Oba of Gulg, mother of trees and
The
beasts.
Finally,
The Oprah? Oh my god, you are so racist.
I'll say it's a better way to get the Opa's attention.
Is it Opai or Opa?
Oba, O-B-A, Oba.
Opa's attention. Regardless, just an impressive piece that we might be moving through. It might be of interest to Stell. In case they ask the specifics of why we're here. Hopefully we can resolve it without going into any details. Alright, everyone prepared? Just fall in behind me. Remember, if you have any questions or you think to maybe shout something in the middle of a conversation, ask first using our telepathic powers.
I forget, did we retcon Chevron into the telepathic circle?
Yeah, and actually Tanger is also in it.
Okay. Oh, I have
The
Tanger right
fine
here.
gentleman, that's right.
Hello. Alright.
I also won't speak.
You can't is the thing.
Thank you.
Alright, so we're gonna go, assuming nobody does anything erratic, we're gonna head towards the gates.
I make no promises.
You're screwed.
I know!
And that was when we burned down the city.
Yeah!
It wouldn't be hard with this city.
Yes.
Something tells me that wall's not gonna go up.
You guys have already tried to burn down one or two forests before.
Yeah.
That's another one.
Alright, so we're gonna head on up, and I'll lead the way, and I'm gonna keep Marcus, like, at my side as if he's my slave. I mean, he basically is. He doesn't know it, but
Sure. That's understandable.
these other two chums do.
Okay, you make
I
your
put them
approach,
inside Marcus.
and you there's a little bit of clutter on the road leading up. It looks like there's a number of travelers who basically arrived not knowing that you can't get in, and basically just sort of made camp along the road within sight of the city, at least, hoping that at least would keep them safe from predators. It looks like there's sort of a ghetto sort of sprung up out here. A lot of tents, a lot of...
Can write that down.
Yes, you could.
Are people selling stuff outside the town too?
No one seems to be doing a whole lot of anything
I suspect they
appropriate
don't want
here.
The Templars would break
peddling.
them up if they did
Yeah,
that.
I think
Yeah.
there's not peddling out there.
And as you approach, you're stopped by, again, some of these common folk guards that are standing there.
Yeah, and I'll sort of I'll gesture to people to stay back, and I'll just like wait in place for them to approach us.
You!
Like,
The one who is approaching now. State thy business.
be like, I'm here to visit House Stell. I'm one of their associates. We're bringing in an object of their interest.
In the middle of the night.
Like, yes, unfortunately we were intending to come earlier, but we ran into some business in Nibene. There's been something of a revolution there. We had to cut out quickly. Heretics burning things down.
No end of trouble from that accursed city.
And I'll shake my head.
May it burn to the ground.
The tiny bit of time we spent there, it seemed like they were being pulled in 100 different directions. I'm not sad to be done with it.
Well, we shall send word to House Stell immediately. And once we verify that you are their sponsored guest, we enter here at the foyer of our blessed city.
Like, I would appreciate that.
Calls over another common folk, explains the situation, sort of sends them off running.
Yeah, I'll just say, tell them Cade Demetrius is here.
King Demetrius Johnson.
Yeah, he has
I love his Twitch channel.
They come back. They come back.
It's just
with,
him screaming.
Troops of Templar.
Yeah.
You're under
You
arrest.
said Cade's here.
Yeah. Well, it's the reason I didn't use my house name.
Yeah.
Sure enough, 10 minutes later, a few folks, these clearly dressed as mercenaries under Stell's employ, follow sort of a young nobleman that's dressed in the Urukari style. This guy you actually recognize. He is a young man named Targ Stell, who is the son of the current House Lord, who you've had... I don't know that Kate is friends with anyone, but he's not offended you or your almighty god in any way. He seems, he's on the up and up. He seems to want to be able to do a good job. And sure enough, he's running up to see Cade.
Yeah.
What on earth are you doing here?
Like, there's a lot to talk about. Do you mind if we do it inside?
Oh, certainly. It's sweltering out here. Come on. Yes, bear with me. Yes.
Be like,
Come on.
my servants too.
Yes. Yeah.
Like,
You're not here. Don't smile at me. Just the right thing, just sort of slowly,
He's coming out from the ghetto.
He just kind of runs up. Like he says, "Me and my followers," and he quickly runs up and says, "I'm with these guys."
Oh god.
Like three screens into the castle. Like, wait a minute, what the fuck is that?
so just for your, I mean, you probably remember, but just FYI, Cade's current person, I mean, Cade has always been uptight and rigid and had a temper and all that, but his fanatical devotion is relatively new. He was a relatively standard Templar.
Sure.
Whose primary goal was to advance his house.
Right.
Back when he would have known this guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so okay.
Cool. And waves you all in, and
Yeah,
basically,
I'll nod my thanks to the guards.
remember, you are permitted here within the sacred boundary, but not within the city itself. That is for Gulgans, and Gulgans alone.
Understood. Gungans only.
Again, this is going to be the most racist city ever.
9/11. Okay, sorry.
Alright, so you guys continue on. Basically, it takes you into this complex of huts and buildings, and here, this looks a little bit more like what you'd expect the perimeter of a city. It looks, a little more like Tyre, a little more like Rom, where there's stalls and buildings, and there's a couple of large taverns, probably double as inns as well. they're built in the Gulgan style, and that they're sort of, regardless of size, they all seem to be built of mud brick and then topped off with branches and wood and that kind of thing. Targ leads you to one of the largest, which evidently is sort of a hostel or a wayfarer's place, complete with a tavern on the inside, and brings you in and sits you down at a large table and says, "So, you've been busy?"
I'll sit down, like, very busy. So, what would I know of this guy's political affiliations and whatnot?
Sure.
Like, just like, kind of, what's his angle?
Most merchant houses do what they can to stay out of the politics of a given city so that they can continue to do business. There's almost like this separate system of warfare between the merchant houses, and it's actually like a lot more dynamic than any of the cities. The cities are kind of eternal. And yes, Gulg has always been at war with Nibene, and Rom sucks, and Draj keeps rattling its sabers, but it never really conquers anywhere. And Yurik is big and badass, and they tried to take over Tyre a couple of years ago, but that was actually kind of an anomaly. Most cities sort of stay to themselves. Merchant houses are cutthroat.
Yeah.
They go for the jugular. Every 50 or 100 years or so, one will completely fall away. Young upstarts will take their place, that kind of thing. Targ is about as good as you can get as far as a trader, the merchant kind, not the Cade kind, where he realizes that he's in sort of a nasty business, but he's going to make it work for him, and he's going to be devout to his family, and he's a Urikari, so he's devoted to Manu, not, again, in a kind of fanatical way, but he obviously regards him as the best and greatest of the Sorcerer Kings, and why wouldn't he? He's the best and greatest and the most powerful. But he's, never one to really take offense or give offense in any given situation. That said, he is a very stern businessman. He runs House Stell basically like a military command, and he's a good captain in that regard.
Right. I'll say, well, there's a lot to inform you of. A lot's changed between me and my house and my relationship to the city. But regardless, I'm here now. I'm still a Templar of Amana. I guess we're in a tavern. I wouldn't say that. We're not private, but like I still.
I mean, well, it's if you're worried about saying that in another city-state necessarily, right. So different Templars. It depends on which city you go to to sort of figure out what kind of hospitality you're going to see. Nibene is kind of selfish in that way, where they don't want other people interfering. That said, having ambassadors between city-states that actually aren't at war with one another isn't that uncommon.
Yeah, I guess they're pretty. These people are pretty busy with Nibene, so they don't really give a shit about.
Usually, yeah.
Yurik,
yeah,
which is far further. Yeah, I'll say.
I mean, it's literally on the other side of a mountain range and an enormous crater. They have no reason to be at war, so.
Yeah, so
that's one of the reasons why House Stella has an outpost here.
So I still hold my position as a Templar of Hamanu, but I've been ousted from the city. But more important than that, my companions and I are embroiled in some very serious affairs, something that could affect not just Yurik, but the whole of Athos. Our stop here in Gulg is just one among many to try to stop a heretic group that's essentially trying to destroy everything that we know.
Toria's watching the fellow carefully to see his reaction to this.
I'm gonna need a couple more drinks.
Fair enough.
What about you and yours? Yours drinking?
I could outdrink anyone at this table.
Anyone?
He could, yes.
My goodness.
He could.
He's quite surprising in that regard.
Just
and
water for me
others.
would be fine, thank you.
Okay.
Marcus.
Bring on the ale.
He waves over servants, and they don't have ale as you usually find. They do have a fermented drink of some kind. So usually you'll find they don't have sap. They have basically a strong wine made from a local nut. Yeah.
Nut ale.
Oh, I love UrbanDictionary.com.
No. It's kind of bitter, but it does the job.
Alright.
Yeah, I'll take a drink.
Cool.
Nuts.
He brings you some
Water.
of the same drink as everyone else because there's no water in here.
I whisper
Water's
to
not
Antoria.
You can't just order water in a bar.
Say,
Oh, that
do you
matters.
use the branch thing?
Is this the right inn even?
This certainly matches the description of the place that Solomon was describing. So he remember he described, I think, the largest or
Yeah.
the main tavern outside the city. If it's not the biggest one,
So
then
is the Odd Fairy Route? Does that sound like an inn that you told us to go to?
the Odd Fairy Route.
I don't know. I have.
Agrafari route.
Agafari Route, yes! Thank you. Yes, I did give this place a name. Agafari is the
I
name
love
of...
the, like seeing things through the lens.
It makes me regret every bit of flavor that I offer up. Agafari is Agafari, and it's the main type of large...
Tree thing.
Yeah, enormous tree. They're like banyan trees, and they're big, and they just have branches going in every conceivable direction.
And the wood makes really good weapons and such, if I
Yes,
recall.
that is absolutely correct.
I'll
So-
shoot Antoria.
I will. I want to look around. So, do you have the branch out? Are you like doing?
He
your
shakes
thing?
his head. Actually, he doesn't shake his head. He thinks to you, not while we have our other guest.
Yeah, I'll shoot over and be like, I don't think this is the time.
I don't really notice, but
So one of
Good
this guy's guards elbows up to you, Marvin, and says, "I'll drink anyone, huh?
Oh, you're a fool if you take this on.
I've been called worse."
Yeah, but you still had money back then. You won't if you take him on. I tell you as a friend, we mean to be a friend to us and not have...
I'll whisper in our minds. Now that I've remembered.
Okay, so here's what we should do. We should have some like a hand signal for when you're telecommunicating. Yeah, Bill's got it. Bill's got it.
All right, I'll say you're messing it up. Shut up, Antoria.
These are guards of a friend or a hopeful friend.
And I'll.
We shouldn't take advantage of them.
And I'll.
I know. And I'll say,
Why are you touching your forehead like that?
I'll say, I'll say out loud while doing that. I'll zap over. I'll say, Targ is a businessman. If his mercenaries want to lose their money, I doubt he'll cry over it.
Fair enough.
He seems more interested in the show, actually. I mean, you had a mouthful.
Sure.
This is like, there's some blue guy who's gonna
Yeah.
drink my
You've
guard
talked it up
captain
now.
under
Yeah,
the table.
I'll sort of glance at Targ and say, so long as you won't be offended if my friend here takes all of your mercenaries' money,
And brings them all under the table.
that as well.
It's always Friday somewhere.
We don't have days.
True. Days haven't been invented yet. Or are you running your racket on this guy?
Oh, absolutely. What's he got?
He'll dish out 5 gold.
5 gold.
5 gold.
That's a waste of my time, sir.
You were the one who was so confident.
You ought to. I turned to our friend with Targ.
Guys, help me out.
I'll tell you gotta pay your mercenaries.
I've already paid him. He's got to figure out his own money. He manages to coerce a couple of his subordinates into pooling in, so now there's 20 gold.
20 gold.
20 gold. 20 gold
25.
bits. 25?
Listen, this wreaks havoc on my body. I can't do it for
I mean, he like pulls out his pocket. And there's, like,
I
a
want to
little
eye his weapon.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, alright. He's got a couple of cow hooks.
Cow hooks?
Yeah.
Do they deal 1d4 minus 1
They're like
damage?
hooks with cow heads on the top.
I think
Sure,
let's
whatever.
not
Yeah.
piss off. Let's not offend his mercenaries.
Yeah, all right.
Marshall's like, I'm
one
gonna
of
rob him
those.
everything.
One of those. The 20 gold. And
I need this to do my job.
20 gold should be
Fine.
enough.
Whatever. 20 gold.
Jeez, just trying to have a fun
In answer, I just chug my first
Oh.
ale thing and slam it down upside down.
Not ale.
Ale thing.
Not ale.
Nut ale.
It's not
Not
ale.
ale things.
It's
Not ale.
I can't
It's
believe
not-
it's nut
it's
ale.
You can't get
it's
drunk.
real gold.
It's
You can't get
Nut.
drunk.
Right.
But can you deal with the taste?
Well, that would be like a constitutional thing, right?
Give me a con check.
Oh,
Yeah.
It'll be pretty
I'm
easy.
gonna throw a wrench in your works here.
Natural 20.
Bam! Get a bean!
Bean.
Get a bean!
down.
Babysitting.
Bean!
Alright, well.
Do I have to spin this?
You
or
have to spin it.
This seems like a critical failure type situation.
Barf or peach?
Bar for peach.
Wait, does. Oh, I'm setting
Alright, so
myself
this
up
looks
now.
like a bar for peach one.
Yeah, it is.
It seems like if you got the critical success, I should have to eat the bean.
Well, there's your peach or barf.
Oh,
That's what
God.
you want.
Yeah.
Someone give me some more real gold so I can
No,
wash this
it's
down.
so bad.
No, actually, I get the real gold because I got the
No, I need. Alright, well, someone's gotta get me some water
Oh
in
my
case
god,
I throw
everyone at
up.
this table's gonna
How about a
die.
Starburst instead?
That's not water.
We don't have water in Athens.
This is real gold
They
left.
only
Give us some
survive
real gold.
on starbursts. Yeah, the bar one is truly atrocious.
Here's some real gold for you.
Wow, you have like a barf bucket under
There you
your
go,
desk.
Brendan.
Thanks.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'll teach me to demand a. Oh,
Why
God.
do you do that? No, the barf one's really bad.
Because I believe in the law.
You know what I enjoy about these is it takes a good couple seconds
Yeah,
before you
like,
figure out what it
few
is.
seconds of
Are you talking about the bean or the nut ale?
Stop saying nut ale.
It's so nutty.
What are you guys talking about? I'm hungry. Okay,
Wait, the sword's hungry?
Zor, you are at the bar at this place, and as a lot of folks are doing, you can't help but notice the growing competition over here, where pound, 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 and the blue guy is just—he's killing it. There's no escaping it. Look at this guy.
I'll give Targ an amused look, like, because I'm still under the guise that these are my servants, so...
Where did you find this guy?
I'll be like, as I said, things have changed a lot, and I've been a lot of places.
Zor doesn't care much for
I'm a drunkard
outsiders.
now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't outweigh his fascination with contests and stuff like that.
Sure.
So he's gonna wander on over and kind of see what's going on. Maybe if anyone's gonna need medical assistance soon.
Okay, can you describe what everyone else is seeing?
Sure. So
This horrible monster.
you've seen Thrycreen before, but you've never seen one like this. He's stark white.
He's beautiful.
He's stark white. Yeah, he's albino, and his eyes are kind of a purplish blue. Kind of show the stream a bit.
That's upside down.
Like that.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. I mean, it's also on screen. Because I have it.
Oh, you have it on screen. Well, then you don't have this on screen probably, which is my brother also did a bit of art for it.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I love doing an art.
So this is kind of what he looks like, except he didn't quite get the mandible mouth thing quite right. But other than that's great.
Brothers.
Yeah. So he did a nice little drawing for me. His character looks kind of like this.
He's a handsome fellow. I
Like
hate to
that.
kill him.
And he kind of wanders up over to the group, so you guys kind of see an unusual white Thrycreen kind of wander on up.
I'll take note because it's a monstrosity.
Yeah,
Sure.
so is this a thing that you've literally never seen a white Thrycreen before?
mean,
So
you're blue.
you guys have
Well.
seen a number of Thrycreen in your adventures. I mean, most of you.
They
Cade
were all
has
stuck
not.
sawing.
You saw some of colors that you had not seen there before. None of this sort of peculiar paleness. That part definitely seems more alien than usual, yes.
Killed a few too.
So it's definitely, I guess what I'm trying
What?
to get at is...
They've killed a few too. The one mercenary group in Roxix's company.
Yeah.
With the Thrycreen.
Had albino ones?
No, I said they've killed Thrycreen before.
Right, but that wouldn't make
So,
sense
yeah.
after the preposition that I had with the sentence. So,
Bad timing.
Is this the equivalent of, like, I look over and Cade is, like, purple? Like that sort of weirdness, or is it something where, like, well, he just got...
it's honestly a little bit more like the reaction people have to you, where it's like people are like, yeah, okay, there's a blue guy. I've never seen a blue guy, and I'm curious about it,
Sure.
but it's not like, what's going on? The world is coming to an end.
I mean, it is.
One of the things about the
What
waste
it's about.
is that people have sort of come to understand that there are just creatures and entire races of people out there that you're not going to know about until they walk up and say
Yeah.
hello or
like
try to
those,
kill you.
Those dumb little dragon guys.
There are, yep, the Silt Runners, yeah. or any of the other 3 or 4 different types of
The
dumb little
Zammies.
dragon
The
guys.
Zammies.
Yeah, the Dre, or
Yeah, Dre.
there are Pteryx, which are kind of reptilian. There's Sorens. There's Terrans. Basically, everyone is just
Not
a
to be
dinosaur of
confused
some
with
kind.
P-Terrans.
Yeah, different than P-Terrans.
Paterns.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Paterns. So yeah, this is peculiar, but on the other hand, you know, you guys have been around. You got a blue guy, and you're in a tavern. You know, there's there's more than your fair share of folks that seem to have some kind of an inn, that have some kind of a reason for being inside of the bounds of the city. So, this is Tark speaking. You're supposed to be dead. And if not dead, you're supposed to be arrested. So, tell me that I'm not going to get in trouble for hanging out with you here.
Well, I wouldn't advise that you bring it up with my sister.
She's been getting bold lately.
She has.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fear her that much longer. That being said,
She got promoted, is the thing.
that's good for her.
Yeah.
To what rank?
Senior. Just a step away. You guys always had like a little thing going, didn't you?
We our had a strained relationship
Sure.
in our youth. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. Can tell.
I asked Cade in his head, senior, what is that?
Wait.
Oh, you gotta use
Oh, I'm sorry. What is senior? Is that
I like to think that Marvin just says,
Yeah.
and then if he, oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
what does that mean, senior what?
Kato he flicks the gaze to you, but then he just immediately looks back to Targ, be like, then how is she doing in York? Things are going well.
Things are busy. Almighty Humanu seems to be taking a more active interest in the goings-on of the rest of the world. There's weird rumors coming from the west. There's halflings and bugs, actually. Bugs, excuse me. Just sort of... There's strange things coming from out of the mountains. Some, they say, is far from the forest. They seem to be drones, almost like they're under some sort of a spell, just sort of marching until they encounter something, then fighting to the death. Peculiar. Hamano, of course, can't have that sort of thing going on in his territories.
No.
A lot more patrols, a lot more arming up. Good for business, obviously.
Obviously. I suppose
Worrisome.
good for our senior Templar as well.
Well, she's proven adept at protecting the borders, if that's what you'd call it.
She's not necessarily stationed within Europe at the moment.
Oh, well, yes. Ilaria, always good at delegating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
No, she seems to be enjoying the spoils of victory, as it were. Not to, sorry, that's not to rub it in. Not to rub it in. I'm sure you seem to be doing well. You got this blue guy here.
Yes.
That's great.
He's excellent at drinking.
He's had 15.
nut ales.
You all right there, Captain?
I can hold my nut ale.
This isn't worth 20 gold. Why did I agree to this? Come on, Cap. You do it. You can do it. You can do it. Yeah. That's some of our money. You got to do this. You got to do this. Marcus, what are you up to?
Just staring and watching.
Just literally.
I like to watch.
I'll say, look, I'm gonna lean a little bit closer to Targ and say, I understand that my presence here is unusual considering everything that happened. But you have to realize that I'm on a mission from Hamano. I'm not here on selfish affairs.
Yeah. Forces working to destroy Athos. Got it.
Yes. That's not an exaggeration. We're talking about individuals that we have encountered in multiple city-states. who have been working to undo great powers in this world.
Where all have you been?
Well, we just came from Nibene.
What?
We just came from Nibene.
No, I heard you. I was expressing, incredulity.
Yes, it's a horrible place.
Yeah. With all the dancing.
There was a lot more fire and shadows than dancing while I was there, but dancing, yes.
All right. Okay. Good.
We spent some time in Rom.
I'll turn to him as I lost my eye there.
He did lose his eye in Rom.
Oh my God.
Some bitch stole it from me.
And deep in the ruins of Yarmouk as well.
So, what are you doing here? Again, give me something to work with. Tell me that I'm not gonna get arrested myself for sitting next to you.
Like, you're not going to get arrested. Not here. Maybe if my sister's guards were present, but in terms of my relationship to Amanu and to the structure of Yorick, it's only stronger than it ever has been.
Great.
Victoria will beam this to everyone. Given that we have another source of assistance that should be much more willing to help us, perhaps we should call this good at having gotten us inside, if he's this nervous about doing anything further.
Yeah, I'll beam back.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something going on here with my sister. I need to find out what exactly is going on, what this person knows.
I can see the value in that, but he seems very skittish. Are you sure he won't betray us if pushed too much?
I don't know.
You get back.
He says that out loud.
Yeah.
You get back a feeling of unease, but not a feeling of negation.
Yeah. Like, look, Tar.
Look, I get it.
No.
Believe me. Devotion.
Yes.
Hamanu. I love Hamanu. Hamunu's great.
He is.
He's done a lot of good stuff for me.
Yes. I know, but you're worried about shackles around your wrists. I understand.
I just want to know what it is that we're doing here, talking in the Agafari route at Gulg. Like, of all the places, what on earth are you doing here?
I can answer that, but I would prefer to do it not in public, if that makes sense. There's too much at risk right now.
Yes, that is fine. Tell you what, it's literally 1 a.m.
Yes, if you would just please allow us to be sponsored to be here for the moment. I'd like to put myself and my servants to rest, and I would like to come to you on your own time and speak to you more clearly in a less public situation.
I can do that, so long as I can rely on you not to squander the sponsorship. Gives sort of an eye to your one-eyed blue power-drinking friend.
Yeah. You're like, I understand. I'll keep my servants at their utmost best behavior.
Good.
I truly appreciate this.
Brahm, Nibene, those are the kind of places you can burn down.
No,
In Gulg, we do things differently.
I understand.
I'll be at my compound just across the way.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Good to see you, Cade.
Yes, thank you, Tar.
Gets up. Boys, you done for the night?
The boss minute right there.
Do I win my 20 gold?
You do, and 1 cowhook.
Oh! Alright.
Does the crowd begin to disperse a bit?
A little bit, yeah. Everyone's, yeah, the blue guy.
Once Tar is gone.
Yep. Clears out, his men follow
A
along.
mass message. I'll be like, what Targ is saying is no joke. He's an extremely valuable contact to us, both here and potentially back in Europe. I plead with you, every one of you. Like, look at Marvin. Like, do not embarrass him by having sponsored us to be here. We cause trouble. It's not only going to get us kicked out of here and ruin our ability to access the pillar, it's potentially going to damage our alliances in Europe, which we will eventually need. Is that clear?
Is this a boy love thing?
Like, no, that's more me and Antoria.
Oh, got it.
What?
As the crowd thins a bit more, you hear a voice you haven't heard projected into your mind before. Yes, you, and you alone.
You!
You!
The one who is listening now!
What I was drinking now.
Experience these.
And now the joke is over.
Yeah, sorry.
Forever.
I doubt it.
How did you do that? You shouldn't have been able to do that. Did you cheat? And you don't see many other people, but you see the white thri-crane staring at you.
He's literally just towering
His
over
little
you.
mandibles are just kind
So-
of looking back and forth.
I'm unfamiliar with how mind speaking works. Do you actually hear the other person's voice, or is it just thoughts that could have come from anyone you don't know who? Like how would that?
Does it
how
have
would
a
I interpret
directional
that?
sense to it?
Yeah, like how would I interpret that? It's like, Antoria, is that you, or is it like, oh, this is a voice I haven't heard, or is there
Well,
like
you would
is there like a header, like a TCP packet, where it's like, oh, this is from Antoria?
So you wouldn't recognize the voice for sure. Although I'm not sure if telepathy has a directionality to it.
Would it sound thri-crane?
Yeah.
Would it be a thri-crane going?
I think that for simplicity's sake, it would sound
Okay.
like a Metal Gear Solid codec.
Ah.
Where you just get a transmission from someone's voice.
Okay. I will not move my head and say, Antoria,
Yeah, yes.
did you hear that?
Like, of course you heard it. I sent it to.
I'm not broadcasting to everyone, just Antoria.
Oh, what you were saying.
No,
You didn't
no,
do it.
sorry.
Oh, yeah, I thought you just said.
This
Thank
is so
you.
hard.
Thank you.
Antoria, was it? Did you hear that?
You mean Cade?
I don't think I can pick
If
up
that
on
was
theirs.
if that was
No.
Cade, he was speaking with a different voice.
Wait, what did you hear this voice say?
He was.
Again,
He was-
Zora, are you just standing right there?
He is, but
He
he's
was-
waiting a little bit. Just give him a little
That's
bit. He's
fair.
gonna see a look of confusion on his
he-
face,
he-
and then he's gonna say
he-
something.
I'm just
was-
saying, it is kind of like.
He was implying that I was cheating. Somehow.
Oh no, he's like in front of him, kind of looking at him.
Cade knows you were cheating.
Okay, then it's more
He's-
Why would he
I'm about to say some more.
No, but it
Alright,
didn't sound like Cade. It was someone else.
You get another message. It's me, the thri-crane in front of you. I'm asking you.
I will actually look at the thri-crane and I'll be like, Antoria, I think it's that bug in front of us.
Antoria turns and looks at the.
Don't look!
Ignorsely don't look and
Kind of chitters a bit.
Don't look!
Antoria kind of
Look!
gives a slight polite nod and seems to be waiting for something.
He stabs you in the stomach.
Your friend, did he cheat in that contest? And again, telepathy again.
Well, I don't have a mental link with him, so I will try thinking in my mind, of course.
And I don't know if I can hear thoughts.
Nope.
I don't think so. So he
Well,
just
after a moment when that
reads
doesn't-
his head, sees that you don't speak out loud, and says, "Only I can send to you."
Ah. Well, as to your answer, I suppose it would depend on what you mean by cheating.
What's going on?
Our friend was asking about the
Can
contest.
thri-crane speak common out loud? I think one has before.
Yep.
Right? All right, then they'll speak some.
It's hard to learn, but once they learn it, they've got it.
I think he's definitely learned it then. But
It's,
a
like
little bit-
talking a bicycle.
It's probably a little broken though, a little bit hard to understand for his comment. He'll speak in common though.
Like, there are definitely some in the canon that can speak perfectly fluently
Right.
without any, like...
Yeah, he's only had
Clicks.
a couple years in civilization, so it's probably a little broken. He speaks common. It's a little broken, a little hard to understand. It's got like a little accent to it. I'm more comfortable speaking with thought, but that was interesting. What just happened? Not seen something like it. He shouldn't be standing.
I've said that a few times before myself, as it turns out.
Yes, that's the running theme of our adventure.
Why are you here, and why are you able to do this thing that you've just done? It's very
To
unnatural.
drink a lot of alcohol, just training.
Curiosity is an admirable trait, but at the risk of being rude, there is no reason we should answer those questions from you.
Fair enough.
That is, unless you're offering to buy me another beer. Nut beer.
Nut
Nut ale.
His curiosity has kind of gotten the better of him at this point.
Don't die of alcohol
Fine.
poisoning.
He will. He'll buy you another nut ale.
Alright. Well, I can tell you all about it. See, sometimes
Not all about it.
Sometimes things just happen. Once I was turned to a potted plant. Once I was flying. Oh, and there's this one time. Well, the rest of these guys didn't see it, but
Marcus, start a fight. I'm bored.
I went to this place called the Zone of Truth. Well, that's our home. Anyway, the Zone of Truth is a place that only I could see, and I came back.
You're asking your questions of a man you've seen drink 30 ales.
Literally insane.
I can tell he's not drunk.
You just heard him say...
I mean, he's got a medicine check 9. Do you want me to roll something for that? He's
You heard
pretty
him
good
say
at
all
figuring
those
out-
things, and you actually don't think he's drunk. Remarkable.
I mean, he's not acting inebriated. He's just acting like Marvin.
Jack's like
to anyone else.
And
He seems more touched than inebriated.
Yeah, he literally is
Yeah, I
crazy.
know that.
He kind of telepathically sensed all of you. He doesn't necessarily want to say this out loud, but I'm here on a. I'm looking for ways to save Athos from what has happened to it, and I don't know. I sense something different from your group, and I'm new here, and I'm trying to find my way into Gulg. As I understand it, there's a lot of preservers here, and I'm looking for any help I can get reaching them. And I wondered if perhaps you have a means to do so.
I certainly can't fault you for being indirect.
I'll look at Entori
That
and I'll
was
say,
telepathic, by the way.
No, well, yeah, but he can't speak to you telepathically.
I'll look
so
at
he says
Entori
that out loud.
Right.
and I'll say, not everything.
Agreed. That's...
Half the things he said didn't make any sense to me, but I can definitely tell there's something different about your group.
That's all very interesting, but
Would Zor be aware of anything that's happened recently in Gulg, or he's fresh, right? He's also just gotten here recently?
No, so you would know a little something, yes. So
Okay.
you have at least a little bit of a connection to the Veiled Alliance. You would have known someone who, perhaps from your previous band, who had traveled back to Gulg in order to rejoin them.
Right.
That you'd hoped to meet but haven't been able to get in contact with.
Okay.
And in the time that you've been here, you've been able to glean at least, you haven't really done a whole lot of interrogation or anything like that, a little bit of snooping around and listening. It sounds like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, the Veiled Alliance was here in a very, very active way. And the Templars found them and purged them.
Right.
And it sounds like dozens and dozens of them were rounded up
Right.
and just killed. That if there's any left, they're hiding pretty deep.
So I realize this is going to be hard, but could I do a perception check to tell if any of these are like casters or have like caster components? If I could tell any might be Veiled Alliance members or something
Like
similar.
anyone in the group?
This group, yeah.
You can give me a perception check. Yes, it's going
I
to
know
be
it's
very,
gonna be
very
pretty hard.
difficult.
I know.
may just go to a
I'm
lot.
pretty good at it, but not when I roll
May just
that.
go to a lot of trouble to hide that exact.
Yes.
Well, most of us do, Marvin.
It's a 12.
Okay.
So it's probably
And I got this wand
No.
of fireballs, dragon match.
check this out.
He's been casting fireballs the entire time that he's been in here. So.
And I'm gonna.
He's a wizard.
So
I'm
I'm kind of.
I'll like lean forward and be like, look, friend, the things that you're talking about are very dangerous. I understand that you may be relatively new to this place, but if you continue the approach that you're doing, you're going to get killed.
Are you doing like an intimidation check here?
No, this
No,
is
Are you like hovering
That is the friendliest I've ever
That
seen.
was being friendly. That was him being like, I'm gonna offer a hand to this fucking primitive who doesn't know. That was him being.
Victoria's
as nice as
actually
he
kind of
You're gonna
ridiculously
end up
impressed.
dead if you keep talking.
Yeah. Look, he said.
That is pretty solid advice.
It's not wrong.
Nobody be
I'm trying to
afraid.
find
This
my
is
exact
where
words.
they hang their witches, is what he said last session. So come on.
That's why I just did the check to see if I could
yeah.
tell.
No, I hear you.
So now I gotta figure out what I want to say back to you. This is all telepathy. He's gonna keep speaking.
I mean,
telepathy.
you don't have to join the party right here.
No, I don't.
It's just an
yeah,
opportunity.
I know. That's fair enough. I just am looking for these people, as I understand, they can help me with my quests.
Say, well,
You especially the blue one, looked unnatural in ways that would be
Says the big white bug.
to preserve it away.
I get some water.
If you want to find your friends, I would suggest you look about half a mile back on the path outside into the forest.
I am aware, and I was hoping that it was maybe a group that had returned or knew something of the events that had transpired within, aside from what I already know, which is there was a recent purge.
The sort of folk you're looking for are very reclusive. They're going to demand some sort of proof they can trust you. I hope you have something in mind.
I believe my talents alone are quite proof enough.
And what talents are those?
How much can you drink?
I have a very deep connection to the elements.
Are you a preserver or a defiler?
That's a
What would
great
he,
question.
he'd probably refer to himself as a shaman, I guess, right? Or would he just call himself a cleric?
Cleric or a shaman or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Can Antoria make a check to determine what the relationship between clerics and preservers usually is like?
Sure, absolutely.
Alright, is it Arcana or History for this one?
Either.
Okay, Arcana it is. 16.
Most clerics think that preservers are witches and want them dead.
But this one actually is specifically looking for them.
Yes. It's not unheard of for an elemental cleric to work with a preserver that they know and trust. However, that's by no means like a built-in bias. Most clerics fear arcane wizardry because that's what killed the world. And in fact, most of them, I think, would regard wizards of any kind as thieves, of people that are taking the power away from the planet where it belongs.
So similar to druids, like a
Yeah,
preserver
absolutely.
is just a defiler waiting to happen.
Basically, yeah.
I mean, we all know that about
So, if anything, clerics are maybe a little bit more like sort of otherworldly than druids. Druids are really, really much more about like preserving nature because that's where their power comes from and that's what they know is really important. Clerics are much more about like, well, the world is screwed, but water is awesome, so I'm going to take care of water as much as I can and make sure that the forces that are merciful enough to give us what little water we have are appeased, because otherwise we are absolutely destroyed. Likewise for sun, wind, rain,
The
etc.
sun's doing real good for us here in the
Well,
desert. Thanks.
Seeing that relations have maybe soured a little bit, Zorak's going to pick up on this, and he's going to kind of message back to the group. I can understand that you're on edge. You haven't gone to the Templars yet, so I assume you are perhaps more aware of the Preserver's greater mission. I'll remain here if you ever need help. I possess great powers to heal others and aid others. And I'll remain here if you should need my help. Or honestly, I'd be very thankful if you came across any information.
Very well.
So if any other characters die, just bring them back to this tavern.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to think of like us rejecting this character and Bill having to release it. Like, no, I'm not good enough.
You failed your job anyway. Go reroll.
Go home and be a home fried cream.
I'll say.
Family flame.
Family fried cream.
Fair enough. But if you want to end up anywhere other than joining the fellows out in the forest, I would be very careful about how you approach strangers in this forest.
No. As I understand it, most people are more open to those in tune with the elements and the aid I can provide. So I do understand to keep a low profile. Thank you for your concern.
I'll think to Antoria. Do we want to bring out the branch now, or
Let's wait a few minutes. We've had a lot of interesting company lately.
So one of the guards stumbles back in, one of the subordinates that coughed up for the guard captain's ante, basically. Taps Zor, sir, I've heard that you have healing powers of some kind.
He actually will say in comment, I do.
My captain is suffering from severe alcohol poisoning.
I thought that might be the case.
Please.
That's part of the reason I was watching.
Wonderful. Will you please come with me? We'll pay you well.
Yes.
Can Antoria hear this going on behind?
Oh, absolutely.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's just right
He
there.
He notes it. He doesn't say anything at the moment, but he
He'll
notes it.
follow.
Okay.
By this point, Zora's probably got a little bit of a reputation within the small camp, probably. He's probably been helping people here and there.
Sure.
Hopefully it's only a little bit. For
I mean,
his-
apparently he'll talk to whoever.
Well,
So
This is a special case.
Sure,
There's
sure.
definitely something magical going on.
Yeah.
Because he knows a lot about medicine and healing
What?
people.
Does it, like, if you open up your faction page, does it say friendly?
No, it says enemy.
Enemy.
No, it's good.
Interesting.
No,
There's not many elementalists you see interested in working with preservers.
Yeah, that's a little weird. That guy is kind of weird.
He's going to get himself killed.
Well,
Well,
It's not
this is a
unlikely.
common thread.
It's not unlikely. Shame, he seems a decent enough fellow, but that would be the best trap, wouldn't it?
Decency isn't enough to keep you alive. Like, why don't we spend a little bit of time here before we pull out that branch? We've got a lot of activity on our team.
Agreed. 15, 20 minutes, then I'll pull it out and see if we get any nibbles.
Sure.
The wizard just reaches down with his mouth and bites the branch.
So Kate will just sit there, like, he's still got like half his drink that Targ bought him, and he's just gonna sit there and look really agitated, just like holding the rim and grinding it in place on the table. And he's like doing, like really like audibly.
I'll actually ask you. I was like, you guys were talking about your sister being a senior. What's that all about?
A senior rank Templar.
Is that like on the order of Templars? Is that
It's senior.
senior? Okay. So like, is that close to a sorcerer queen, or not quite?
No.
No.
Troy chuckles a little.
Like how close to sorcerer queen?
That's not in the hierarchy of our military.
Oh. So where do you go after senior? And what were you?
Go to college usually.
High Templar? What would they call that lead Templar? That High Templar captain? What would they call it?
So senior would be just one rank beneath High Templar.
High Templar.
Yeah. Of any of the Templar hierarchies, Uric is of course the most military of them. That said, it is still, Bronze Age civilization, so they don't have a whole lot of distinction between levels. There's, junior, mid, senior.
Out of
high.
curiosity, or is
Yeah.
it like one High Templar, like only a couple seniors?
There's usually a council of High Templars.
Okay.
Rom is noteworthy for only having one.
What rank am I? I mean,
Yeah.
I've actually been stripped of my title, but
You and Valaria were both mid,
There you go.
both on the cusp of becoming senior. When
the accident.
Yeah, before the fateful.
Yeah.
Origin story.
So that was
Whoops.
that was my follow-up question.
Yeah,
is
I'll
what
say.
rank were you?
I'll say it's a rank below a High Templar, which would be essentially as far as she could advance in her career.
No, what were you?
I was a mid Templar.
I hope you guys are mind speaking this, because
I was speaking out loud.
Yeah. I assume that
I'll say
at
that's
this point at 2 a.m. in
Yeah.
a corner, like cable in the corner, it's not,
I'll say that's gotta be painful.
it's not actually.
Are you saying that's your gritted teeth?
Yeah, so yeah.
I assume everything that Kate
I mean,
says.
pretty much everything Cade says is through his fucking grit teeth, but it's like, frankly, the ranks bestowed upon us by a council doesn't mean much to me, since I've been chosen specifically by Emon himself to serve directly under the Sorcerer King. That's a rank that Valaria could never hold.
You can give me an insight check.
Okay.
I mean, Cade believes it
11.
100%.
Kate seems to believe what he's saying.
Well, after a few minutes of interesting discussion about the Templars of Uric,
It's my favorite topic.
yes, Toria will pull out the branch, the sappy branch, and
I'll,
start stirring
yeah.
his drink a little.
I want to look around.
Okay.
To see if there's like anyone in the bar.
There is. It's quieter now than when you guys had first come in. You guys have been in here for about an hour and a half or something like that.
So I'm going to see if there's anyone that I could see that would notice him stirring with that branch.
Okay. As a matter of fact, there, I mentioned before, there's some adventure types sort of hanging around. Most of them have cleared out. Some of them have gone off to sleep. Some have wandered off to wherever it is that they're stationed. Some have wandered off to administer healing to guard captains. There is one fellow with a big, really, really messy beard, like a ZZ Top length beard, sort of hanging out at the bar by himself. And he has what's kind of like whatever the Dark Sun version of a parrot is, sitting on his shoulder.
Oh, a Parag.
Yeah, a Parag. Thanks.
But is he looking?
Take a point of inspiration.
Is he looking at Victoria?
Sorry?
Is he looking at Antoria doing this?
As a matter of fact, he is.
Okay.
It's like a couple of minutes into the silence, he'll be like, "It's not even that big of a deal."
So how long is he stirring this for?
He's just kind of idly just swirling around, not even very fast anymore. Just kind of twirling it in the cup at this point.
So, like, does a minute go by? 5 minutes?
Like 5-6 minutes.
So
It's
actually,
sort
at the
of like-
1 minute mark, I'll actually kind of exclaim in a rather loud fashion.
What are you
like,
stirring with that?
Man, that's...
Oh yeah, so that's a good point. The mental connection would have worn off by now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll say, that's really weird. I've never seen you stir your stuff with that instrument before.
Victoria kind of glares a little at Marvin, but doesn't say anything and just keeps stirring it as he's glaring.
Marcus, you can give me a perception check.
Maybe this is a waste of time.
You're a waste of time. Oh wait, we're not connected anymore. Never mind.
Well,
Wait,
Chevron's always connected.
I'm always connected. You can't turn
Chevron
me
is
off.
always
5.
on.
5?
Nice. Thanks.
You catch a weird glimmer, like off in the periphery. No, not like that. Just like
A light?
what?
A flash of light?
Okay.
Not like a flashlight, just a glimmer.
For a while,
I'll
he's
turn and look at it.
Victoria stops
You know,
glaring and
you just see an old man sitting at the bar with a bird on his shoulder.
Victoria stops stirring and kind of.
Marcus is now staring intently at the bird. Kind of.
It's not big enough to hurt you. I wouldn't worry about it.
Like I'm not worried about it.
What?
What?
I was talking to him. He was reacting to the bird.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
Bird flies over and sits in front of your mug.
Taps off the liquid. You seem an intelligent one. Greetings.
Parak, I say.
Love it.
A friend of ours named Solomon sent us here.
He says he grants us safe passage.
And what was the fellow's name?
Oh,
Herbie's asking, not Antoria.
yeah. That was,
I want to make sure I get.
Alcash.
Yes. Don't suppose you're Alcash.
Do contain yourself.
Marcus wants to keep an eye on other people who might be noticing the bird.
The old man is still just sort of.
Is that it though? Just paying attention to this?
I mean, he's got what maybe is like a half full mug, but actually he hasn't had a drink from it in a little while. He's just sort of.
Oh, he's gonna summon a water elemental.
Or not elemental.
Yeah, probably.
Well,
I will, I mean, assuming I notice this bartender as well.
He's not a bartender, he's just a patron.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just a dude, just a barfly.
I
His parrot is
will. I
sitting
will
on-
actually approach him then,
Okay.
and I'll say, "Good sir, I couldn't help but notice my friend had. I don't know what got into his mind, but he had a branch with sap on it that he stirred in his cup, and I was wondering if you had a rag to help wash the sap out." It's a branch with sap in it. Is this your parrot?
Give me a perception check.
Parak!
This is your car.
Is this your homework? Is this your homework? 12. Look,
Oh.
what's your homework?
This man has glass eyes
Okay.
and no teeth.
Okay. I will say, Alcash. Are you Alcash? I'll get closer to his ear and whisper, "Are you Alcash?"
Starts drooling.
Marvin, what are you doing?
Alright. I will walk back to the table. It's not him.
Bird
Not
bird
certain.
flares off.
I'm not at all certain of that.
You think it is him? He couldn't see anyway.
Not back to the old man, by the way.
Well, I mean,
Interesting.
Shoot that bird.
yeah.
Fireball. No, I don't say that.
Oh, okay.
Ah, fireball cast at a bird. That's exactly the sign the Pale Alliance is looking for.
Well, did you do it right? They said, oh fuck, you know what? I have right here, drink in moderation. I literally wrote that down.
Well, at least Antoria drank in moderation, to be fair. The person who was actually doing it did drink in moderation, so we lucked out on that one. But
alright.
it may not have gone as badly as you think. The bird seemed to have a different destination in mind.
Yes.
We'll see what comes of it. Nothing to do but wait at this point.
Although it could be a spot.
We know you're in there. Come out with your hands up.
Yeah.
Dimension door!
Well, is this a place that we want to spend the night?
Not many choices.
I mean, I guess I'm a little worried about whatever that bird brings back, if what you're saying is true.
We don't have a lot of places to go.
We had few choices. It was that or do nothing. His friend, no offense, didn't seem particularly willing to get that involved.
No.
And I fear pushing him.
I'll meet with him tomorrow and see if I can at least illuminate him on what's going on. See if we can get a little bit of aid, but I doubt that he's going to be sticking his neck out for us. He has a business to run.
He seems worried enough already.
He should be.
It should be.
I'm a convict.
You never told me that.
Yes, I did. I told you that very early in our relationship that I was exiled from Europe. That's the entire reason
Oh,
I'm here.
that's okay. That's
doing this
different.
insanity
That's
instead of
different.
working
I didn't realize
towards my promotions.
I didn't realize that's.
To be fair, he has amnesia. So the brain doesn't go that far back.
I guess I don't recognize them as a proper city-state, so because I've never been there.
You don't recognize York
No,
as a proper city-state.
because I've never been there.
That is
He doesn't understand things unless
In-
they're in front of him.
a series of idiotic things that you have said and done. That is the absolute most stupid. You're talking about the most industrialized, most militarized, most powerful city
Oh, hello.
In the Tablelands.
You came back quickly.
Flies over to your hand.
Before I opened. Did you bite it?
Yeah.
Oh. Winces a
It
little.
stares at you.
Marcus goes nuts on it.
Dorio wincing a little.
I give him disadvantage on that attack.
Fur takes out the sappy stick and tries to hand it to the bird.
Here, role playing.
Oh.
We reach new levels.
Ah, do you want me to come? Do you want us to come with you? Well, it seems we're going somewhere.
We start larking.
Dorio stands up, picks up the branch, and puts
Fireball.
it back.
I'll get up.
And heads outside where the bird went.
I'll follow.
Give me a perception check.
Everyone.
Hello. Everyone, yeah. Actually, Zor, you can give me one as well, as you have
Okay.
finished your business and are headed
Natural
back.
one.
Natural one!
Yeah. I'm pretty good at these.
Despite everything, it's still Marvin.
19.
19, pretty good.
It's either Tutti Frutti or Stinky Socks.
Go with the Tutti Frutti.
I would recommend between the
If I had to pick between the two.
Experienced beans. Alright.
I had a 16 left.
13.
Right back. You gotta prepare properly.
Oh, you need some water?
Chaser.
You got a cup
Just
here.
use a Starburst to wash your
Hurry.
mouth.
Hurry.
You got a cup here already.
Oh, right.
Will you grab me water as well, please?
Sure.
Okay, you got a 19, 16. 4. At least you're not eating a bean.
13.
13, okay.
I want the beans.
Zor, you catch a faint shimmer in one of the shadows where you seem to have... You're pretty sure you saw a bird disappear down sort of this alleyway, but then there's sort of like a little flicker, and then a dog comes trotting out.
Through just a corner.
Yeah.
Durg.
No, it's just a dog.
Dorg?
Draw.
Marcus, you notice a dog, sort of a shaggy-looking mutt, just sort of trot up and makes eye contact with you, like very deliberately, like.
I Pet it.
No.
Oh.
Don't touch a stray dog.
Do an attack roll.
That's dangerous.
I'll say don't.
So he's not that close. He's like 10 feet out.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll like don't touch it. It could be disease.
All right, let's all focus on Herbie now.
Let go. No, continue.
No.
All right.
No.
Eat your bean.
Eat your bean. Why are you
Bean,
eating that?
Eat socks.
Bean.
Eat socks. Eat socks.
Chug, chug.
This
Oh,
is the
sorry,
best
guys.
thing that's ever happened.
I'm so sorry.
You can't tell.
I know. Sometimes you're like, well, it's inoffensive.
Even the bad ones, or even the good ones, are sometimes just bad. Ah!
Have we gotten a good one out of this set?
I don't think so.
I had a.
Someone had
chocolate-
toothpaste.
Who was it that sent him to us?
No, toothpaste is the bad one though.
Largest walnut.
Yeah, largest walnut.
He
Thank
like
you.
replaced all the beans with the bad ones. Like he figured it all out.
Get out of here. Polo, don't eat a bean.
Oh, Polo can play the stray dog.
Polo!
Was that Tutti Frutti?
No.
I hate
I hate fruit.
I'm gonna keep making eye contact with the dog, and then kind of like
Oh, there you
hit
go.
someone and be like, his dog's very intently staring at me.
He looks concerned.
He's so concerned.
I'll
Yeah,
say,
Polo.
don't touch it. It could be diseased.
He turns as
Polo does not know what to do with himself right now.
Polo. He's gonna run the game.
He's looking everywhere like, what do I do?
Hi,
I have a
Polo.
dog.
Can I have experience, Polo?
I have inspiration, Polo.
Good boy. The dog turns and trots down the path.
Oh no.
Rebellion.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Do I notice that the bird like disappeared and then the dog appeared?
So you guys basically saw the bird sort of fly out the door.
Okay.
But no, there's no sign of the bird. You just notice very deliberately, like almost as if like not quite to the extreme of a strange big bug walked up to you. There's not a whole lot of pets in Dark Sun necessarily. Like at a noble's estate, that kind of thing. You'll see, random camp animals and stuff like that. But this seems very, very deliberate. Like there's this very particular animal that seems to have walked up and like stared at you, and then turns and heads down the path.
All right.
Zor, you also notice the crowd of the adventurers coming out of the tavern.
I'll look at Marcus and be like, do you think is this like when you were that pig?
Aprig?
It's not rolling over, so who knows?
Well, that's only
Oh yeah, the Aprig death roll.
Zora's very casually gonna make his way to that back of the bar where you saw the stuff blip in. Yeah, he's gonna whistle and walk on over. He's gonna take like his staff or his Githka and just kind of see if it disappears when he puts it in the corner.
against
In
the
the-
bar.
Like so they flew in through like the corner, right? Like there's like a space they just flew in like through like.
No.
Where'd they come from?
There's an alleyway.
Oh, there's an alleyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
okay.
around the corner of the.
Gotcha.
Yeah, there's not
And
like.
that's where
there's
that's
not a
where-
dimensional space.
Oh, okay, that's what I thought you were saying.
No.
at
He's
first.
got to put his staff down the alleyway.
Yeah.
And it goes down there.
Well, no. In that case, if that's where they're heading, then I'm gonna wait and probably follow.
What are you guys doing?
Well, I was gonna point out and say who's probably following this dog.
Wait.
Well, wait, we were following a bird.
everyone-
Where did it go?
I'll look around, actually make sure that all the party members are accounted for because you mentioned last time.
There's no.
Alright.
Zammy's nowhere in sight.
That's gonna be awkward for Belle.
So this dog came up and looked at you.
Well, where's the bird?
Was it hungry?
No, it just stared straight at me from a distance,
it was.
and then it just
Like,
started
did it
going
say
the other
something
way.
to you?
Did the bird say something to him? It's gonna come back and bite him.
The dog has
if we know
trotted up
anything
to
from
you.
What the bird did? Oh,
Ah. I got a 19 on a insight check. That enough to figure out this might be related?
That's a pretty friendly looking dog.
I give it pats. I don't give it pats. Kate doesn't have any interest in animals.
That I recognize. Lead on. And this time Mentoria follows it.
Sure.
I'm gonna just unhook my pick from my belt and just
Sure.
hold it loosely at my side. As we
Sure.
walk in.
I mean, you don't know what that dog's got.
I'm gonna
it
put
might
my.
be diseased.
Yeah,
I'm putting my mask on.
of course.
Put your surprise stone out.
We're going to check out druids. Let me put on this necromantic mask. I'm gonna follow, and after I enter the alleyway, I'm gonna use my psionic power blur myself.
Okay, what does that do?
Slightly camouflages me, disadvantage on attack rolls against me. If they're
Okay.
sun-based. Just makes me harder to see.
Got it. Okay. So your carapace starts acting like octo camo or something like that.
Yeah, exactly, actually.
Beautiful.
Predator
I love
bug.
it.
Yeah.
Terrific. Okay, well, the dog very quickly veers off path and disappears into the jungle beyond the firelight of the torches of the camp.
We're going to have
guys.
to re-enter if we go out.
No helping it if we're going to make this contact. Trot.
You guys
Nothing's ever easy, is it?
head into the forest, and there's a lot of growth, and there's a lot of obstacles. Very clearly isn't a beaten path or anything like that. But the dog seems to know where it's going. It's making a very, very deliberate path through the woods. You're traveling for a good ways, maybe 25 or 30 minutes or something like that, before you come to a strange clearing. There is light here, but not torchlight. There's some sort of bizarre ceremony going on in this area.
I'm gonna be a little bit less subtle about carrying my pick because we.
Yeah,
can't
that's
play
fine.
ceremony.
I assume you guys are going back into like explore mode,
Yeah.
city mode. Or we can drop that.
Just Antoria's orange shield appear.
It doesn't appear, but actually he does set it back to active
I
mode.
say Grace with Money's on once we get.
Yeah.
This fucking
It's alright.
Oh my god, Matt.
It's Matt.
It is Matt.
So what there is in this clearing? No, it's Antoria. He's being sacrificed. So you guys are sort of emerging from the forest. You haven't emerged just yet. The dog is sort of here on the very edge of the tree line. There's this sort of cleared off area here, and there's some sort of a dirt pitch here in the middle. And then,
friendly.
yeah, they're super good. There are 6 figures, each very simply but sort of sinisterly dressed. They have very plain sort of black robes on, very sort of kind of shabby looking, to be honest. But full body length, very plain, very I mean, if they weren't completely dark, you'd almost think that they were slave outfits. But what's very notable is they're all wearing masks. They're all wearing very peculiar...
Get in there. You're the chosen
Yeah.
actually, well, I mean, so...
Mask party.
This is unintentional, but the sort of mask you have there in your hands looks a lot more like what they're wearing. Yours, of course, looks like an actual dragon head or something like that. Yours looks like
They have
the...
like a Vega mask sort of deal.
Something like that, yeah. It's very, very deliberately like, almost like kabuki theater or something like that, where it's very almost meant to be sort of inhuman, where there's just sort of dots, or maybe even in some cases just 1 dot or 4 dots or something like that.
Not like animalistic at all.
No, not at all. They seem to be, if they are shamans of some kind, they're not like any that you've ever seen before. And they definitely appear to be communing in some way, because there's some sort of a weird green fire sort of in the midst of whatever it is that they're doing. And there's some sort of figure within that. There's some sort of an animal or something like that. It almost seems like a quadruped or something like that, but it might be an apteryx, but it actually seems to be shifting back and forth between different kinds of forms. It almost seems to be ghostly and not really committed to one. But regardless of what form it's taking, it does seem to be attempting to break out of whatever this strange circle is.
I'm gonna look at Antoria and say, like, what is this ritual?
Yeah, is there an appropriate knowledge check? Nature?
Arcana or religion?
Okay.
That sounds good. 12.
12.
12.
Not an editorial roll.
I got a 4.
It might have to do.
12.
12. Marcus.
No, I just don't roll some of those things. I'm like,
That's
Mark's the
fine.
shit.
Yeah.
Marvint
What is this roll?
Arcana. To see
Oh.
weird.
or religion.
I don't care.
Okay. That's fair. Okay. So even a 12 will at least tell you. No, there's grades of knowledge.
No, I
about
know.
things.
I just love when you're like, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. And
What can I give you?
And a roll from 10 to 16 will give you the information at least that whoever these people are, they seem to be dealing with some sort of a nature spirit of some kind.
Right.
Probably not the spirit of a particular force like earth or water or something like that, but something a druid would probably interact with, like a spirit of the land or something like that. Something that is dedicated to a particular plot or a grove or a section of the forest. As to what they're doing with it, you have no idea, because you just rolled a 12.
Druids are basically just witches as far as I'm concerned, right? They're like
No.
Like I know clerics are like, okay, they can hang out and help out, but like I know druids are pretty different.
So druids are they occupy a different kind of space, and they're not witches, not really. It's not what they do, it's how they go about doing it. So you know that they're
fucking hanging out in masks in the middle of the night.
I mean, so that's weird. That's absolutely weird. But they have the decency to do it far away from Europe.
Fair enough, yeah.
That's what counts.
Right.
Druids are usually in cities.
So yeah, the thing about druids is that they get their power from a similar kind of power source as clerics. That part is fine. But druids tend to not like sorcerer kings or templars or invading armies or anything like that, and are usually very, very good about guerrilla warfare kind of tactics of hindering troop movement or people stopping to rest at oases, especially or in flagrant disregard of whether or not they're on a divine mission from Hamanu or something like that. And as such, they're usually enemies of the state, just like anyone that was doing that was
sight,
like,
right.
regardless of what their power source was.
Right.
That kind of thing.
Got it. Okay.
Do we still see the dog?
Oh,
Yeah, what's
what
the
is
dog?
the
Yes.
S on component? What is it?
Somatic gesture.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll say, what is this witchcraft?
Wait, are you actually saying? Okay.
Druidic in some form. I don't recognize more
That I
than
can
that.
tell.
And why did this dog bring us here?
So the dog is there. He's just sort of
Like towards the
yes, absolutely.
And Toria very
slide my shield.
Toria
over
very
it.
quietly to the dog. Are you saying you'd like us to take care of this problem? Alright.
I've
Marcus
got
pulls out
something.
Chevron.
I've got something fun that I'd like to lead off the combat with.
I can think of no one better.
Alright.
And Toria is
So
means
really
that
quick,
horses-
Zora, are you like 10 or 15 feet back from these guys, or what are
Probably,
you
yeah.
doing?
I'm hanging
okay.
back a little bit.
Okay.
I'll say, well,
I'm not doing
so much for
anything.
not embarrassing Stell.
So
I don't
there's
think
kind of
Stella
two
will mind
things
this.
that I'd want to do, but I'll let you determine if I can do them both. So the first one is just some somatic. Is that what
Somatic gesturing, yeah.
So-
Yeah,
Somatic,
so,
yes.
so seemingly they wouldn't be able to hear or anything.
Yes.
And what I want to do is cast Control Flames on the fire here.
Oh, interesting.
And one of the things that allows me to do, well, I'll just explain it as
Sure.
they see it. So amidst this, you say there's this shape-shifting object, right?
There is, yes.
The object either I either steal the shape of that object and control it, or make a different one. But let's say that I just override or hack into their thing, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
this vague shape of a cloaked figure that, you know, looks like them arises from the flames.
I'm pretty sure it has to be non-magical fire, though.
Is it magical fire or non-magical?
It was
It
green.
is pretty magical,
Then
unfortunately.
I-
So what is the
sorry,
other
I
thing
do
that
any
you
of
wanted
this
to do?
then.
Sorry.
So one question: you said that did it look like the creature was trying to get out of it?
It did, yes.
And
I did, yes.
Okay.
Me, Brendan.
Then if he doesn't do something relatively quickly,
Well, you said you had two things that you
Yeah.
wanted to try to do.
Oh, the second one was just fireball.
The Marvin special.
Well, I mean, they are in a pretty good fireball formation, so I'll leave it to you guys to figure out whether or not that's what you want to do.
I'll say, you know
Here,
what?
would you
I
stash
think-
this next to you guys? It's a little dog.
I'll say, I think what I was
No,
gonna
I mean,
do won't work.
Combat.
Yeah,
Oh,
like,
sorry.
actually-
Yeah, thanks.
okay.
He's in front of us, actually.
I think what I was gonna do won't work. This appears to be a magical fire.
Well, let me try release.
Say.
Let me try releasing the spirit first. Then you can do what you want, but try not to hit the spirit. All right?
I don't answer.
Marvin, I don't ask much.
I also make no promises.
Well, let me try it. It's probably all going to go to hell anyway. And Toria will focus on the spirit and cast. Does you feel like dispel magic or remove curse would be more appropriate for trying to free it from the entrapment?
Dispel.
Dispel, alright. Gestures and releases dispel magic towards the creature in the fire, trying to free it from that. Is it being held by a 3rd level or lower spell?
It is.
Then it ends instantly.
Okay, so with a thunderous clap, the fire goes out. But even with the sudden drop in light, you can tell that there is a tremendous force release in the center of the square as an enormous erupts. As an enormous wolf bursts out of the flame.
I told you that it better be friendly. Worf? Yeah.
Just a wolf.
It's not just a wolf!
Is he made of fire?
It's a glow.
He's made of,
Looks like he's made of plant.
I hate you guys. Thanks for playing my game.
Marcus would kind of like to charge as soon as he sees the fire going out.
Let's
Things
so
being disrupted.
Marvin I think had an action.
I mean,
ready.
if you want to charge in first things, by all means, you are more than welcome to.
Well, here's the thing. You had an action ready, so you'll get to go in the surprise round, but then we're gonna roll initiative because that's what you do.
Yeah.
So do you have anything else that you're gonna do, like cast fireball?
I
on the
was gonna
golf?
cast fireball, so I will cast fireball.
Okay.
No Marvin check. It just happens.
What do you mean, no Marvin check?
You've rolled before to decide if you were going to do things or not.
Oh no, but I was already planning.
That was before you underwent
Yeah.
such tremendous growth as a character.
Yeah.
Now he's filled with decisiveness.
Exactly.
What is your AC, Zor?
My AC is 17.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna spend some sorcery points and reroll.
I'm afraid to ask, where did you aim this fireball?
Oh.
Yeah, where's the dish?
I got it.
Basically hit everything. Much better.
Out of here.
Yeah. Is it all of it? Look like it.
Yeah.
32.
Everything's burning.
They're rituals in fireball shape, so.
You were asking.
You think it was
41
41 points.
fire damage. Dex saving throw of 18 for half.
Okay, this will be for the puppy.
An orange shield appears around the puppy incidentally at the moment of impact.
See, I know
Okay.
Antoria's always got my back. I don't have to worry about it.
I can't cover 41 damage, I'm just trying to limit it.
What does it do?
It can block up to 25.
Okay, then it will block up to 25. But oh wait, so that's in addition to whatever I dodge. So he succeeded on his
Yeah,
So he took
dodge.
Yeah, so
And
actually.
the shield actually blocked all of the rest of it.
Great.
And had some left over.
Do you want me
So
to roll for wild magic?
so it does like this awesome like Sif like pounce immediately up into the air above the fireball and comes down, dodging that way, I guess.
Wild magic?
Absolutely, it's the first one of the night.
Nope.
Oh. Well, maybe next time. The mask guys will also succeed on their check. Thank goodness, because otherwise,
Yeah. Good night.
good night.
This is a good ritual, everyone.
It was. Thanks for coming out.
You think
Remember,
that all, like.
remember to bring orange slices next time.
You think like all rituals and like military operations would like stagger their forces in really specific patterns to avoid lightning bolts and fireballs?
Rituals usually have very specific patterns you have to stand in, though. It's kind of like, well...
Well, to be fair, they might have thought that killing everyone in town that knew Fireball was a good enough defense.
Fair enough.
So, I was hoping we were going to come out here and there was going to be in the center of the fire one of the zombies.
Like tied to a spit, like it's gonna be breakfast.
I mean, I guess Margaret or whatever you called the ape was pretty fresh. So
Was it Brutus or
Brutus was one of them. Brutus and
Garfield?
Brutus and Brutus too.
Gert.
And Gert, yeah.
Gert.
oh yeah, go Gert. Go Gert. Yeah.
Right.
Go girl.
Okay, give me some initiative.
Perfect.
Great.
Oh, nice.
Victoria,
18.
18. Cade,
1.
beautiful. Marcus,
12.
You have no dex modifier?
Marvin,
13.
Yeah. No, I don't.
Oh.
Zor,
8.
Bink.
Juicy pear or boogers? I'm a
Boy.
fan of both.
Okay.
Salty or sweet?
You know, how are they all bad?
Because look at the box. That's not a box that has good things
I
inside
don't
of
think
it.
we found a single one. That
Despair is worst when you have false hope.
Yeah, I mean, being Goozled says enough.
Yeah.
No, but
I got the chocolate one instead of the
that's
dog
right. We
shit.
didn't get the
so-
dog shit. That's right.
Okay, so these masked fellows are gonna go first. Here's what they're gonna do. They are gonna
cute they
scatter. So each of them is gonna move like, if they were facing the big creature, they're gonna move basically 3 spaces away from that.
Fair enough.
2 of them are going to fire off green bolts of power at the beast, both of which will go wide. One of them, a couple of them are, looks like gonna ready up. They're casting sort of spells or duomers or something like that that are empowering themselves in some way. The one closest to Jeff is going to turn. Yep. Nope. That one. Yeah. That one is going to turn towards the bushes and raises both hands, and a crackle of lightning begins to shimmer around his fingers.
Arcane check to identify spell.
Sure.
I mean, it's like
23.
You know a lightning bolt when you see it.
And Toria will fling a... It's a new round, right?
It is a new round.
Yeah,
Yes.
Toria will fling a counter spell at him.
Brr.
Is it a 3rd level or lower spell?
It's what is just base like.
It's
Base
third
lightning
level.
bolt is 3rd.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Then
Alright,
yes.
and it completely overwhelms the lightning bolt.
Does it explode his hands?
No, but the shield... and Toria's shield briefly flares and seems to absorb some of the power.
That's right. You can suck the.
Beautiful.
soul
And
from
Antoria, it's your turn.
Just like a
Fucking
little
Victoria.
The wolf will go next.
Alright. Toria, let's see what's around here. Looks like I get 3. Toria will move out of the bushes a little bit. About here. And shouting to Marvin as he goes, "Leave the wolf alone!" He gestures at these 3 characters over here.
Okay.
And starts slinging circular bands of energy at all 3 of them. All 3 need to make wisdom saves.
Like Xena's chakram.
Sort of like that, yeah.
Can you scream like Xena?
No, I already used my screamy action to scream at Marvin.
Oh, well done, well done. All right, what do I get?
DC 17 wisdom save.
Okay. Do that one, and that'll be that one.
Not always.
The one closest to you saves.
Okay, the other. So this one saved.
No, excuse me. The one closest to Antoria is what I meant.
Oh, okay, so this one saved.
Yeah.
These 2, the orange bands wrap around them and they are paralyzed.
Excellent. Here's a orange sticky notepad that you can use to make debuff markers.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
Okay. The wolf, such as it is, will charge towards the figure closest to your arm. Yeah, that one, and it's gonna try and just savage it using the good old two claws and bite. And the bite succeeds. He manages to sink its teeth in pretty good and lifts the thing bodily up off the ground. So you can probably judge that one pretty darn grappled. Marvin, you are up.
I'm going to use Advantage and cast Firebolt at this guy.
Which one?
The one
Yeah,
closest to me. That will probably hit.
Jesus.
For 15 points of fire damage.
15.
That's all I got.
It writhes in pain but makes no sound. Marcus, you're up. Zor, you're next.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll attack that one there. Let's see. I'll do Great Weapon Master, -5 hit, plus the damage. And I roll a crit.
Bean!
Time for a bean!
Experience
No,
beans.
that's-
Wait, no! Why did I say time for a bean? Oh my
no, I
god.
roll a natural one. Okay.
I think you
hate
should
this.
revoke your roll.
That
already.
one misses, but I will crit him, so let's see here. I also...
Peach or barf?
Let's see.
Well, the good thing is, you know that one barf is gone.
So here's a question: if you roll a 20, do we all get a bean?
Shut up.
Yes.
Why are you here?
Go back to Japan.
So 22 damage. Is he still up?
He is.
Okay, because when I crit, I get a extra bonus attack. So let's see if I can hit.
Marcus, let's take another attack.
Okay. There's a natural one.
Beat him! Beat him!
Beans are coming back.
That is not what I wanted to have happen.
Roll, throw Shivarov off of the board.
Good luck,
let's
sir.
see. Let me see. 14 on the fail roll.
14
I'm
on the
so
chart.
glad I didn't try to chew it.
Would you just put it in your mouth?
I tried to just drop it back like medicine.
Oh, no.
Was that bad?
It was so bad.
This is buttered popcorn or rotten egg.
Oh!
You have a weak stomach, don't you?
I do. I'm not equipped for anything like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, I'm smelling
This
it
entire
now.
day is
14 is indeed weapon flung 2d4 spaces.
Your
So
favorite.
amazing.
Your favorite.
I'm gonna.
Looks like Team Shivram's blasting off again.
Oh, he's gonna prep for the jelly beam, I think.
oh god, why? Please never send us these again.
Thank you so
Like,
much.
thanks for the
Mark.
tarot cards, but this is not.
No,
I'll
this is
send you the
fucking
tarot.
awesome.
It's not.
It's great.
No.
It's
Butter
great.
This isn't the content I want.
It's popcorn.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good.
So it doesn't taste great.
Oh,
You didn't
man.
totally
No,
fail.
popcorn's nasty even as an actual
Yeah,
flavor.
it's
It's
great. Alright.
Let's fling.
yeah.
Alright, so give me a 1d8 roll for direction.
Sorry. Flingerino. I don't have a D8 anymore, so I'm having.
Follow it.
4.
Palolo, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so it's flying.
Into the guy.
Into it could. You have to give me another 1d8 for direction.
Oh.
Or excuse me, for distance. So roll a 1 and it'll hit him.
7.
7.
So hit the other guy.
It doesn't. It flies in a straight line. So 7
here,
spaces
Marcus.
away from
I
you.
got a little d4. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
No.
It's actually angry.
Diagonal.
Yeah.
Oh, diagonally. Sorry.
Numbers are
Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And Zord will be your turn.
I'm gonna move up, but I'm gonna remain stealth. Do I need to roll a check for stealth?
Yes, you do. But you'll get advantage on it because of your blur.
18.
Okay.
You can cast Bless on us all. They have that here.
Bless.
Bless.
I do have bless.
Prayer. Aid.
I have
Divine
I
intervention.
have all that stuff.
Nice.
But I don't trust you guys.
Yeah, you're just gonna use it for inflict wounds, aren't you?
Yeah.
All your spell slots.
Actually, bolt of guidance.
That sounds like something from Mom.
Guiding bolt. You could use a lot of those.
What are you going to do?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I'm remaining stealth.
Cade.
Sorry.
Alright, let's.
Oh, you know what? I forgot to roll for the dog. He'll just go next turn. Or he'll go at the end of the round.
Hello.
Into melee. I'm gonna full move to join Marcus over here. I'm wailing on this dude. I'm gonna use Charger to follow up an attack roll. That is a 24.
24 will hit.
And so I get plus 5 for Charger.
Beautiful.
I'll do level 1 smite as well. Get these fuckers off the field. Good! Wow!
3 1s and a 2.
Perfect. So that is 9. This don't count.
Doesn't count for damage.
I think
Does not
honorary.
count for damage rolls.
I think honorary.
No, that's
beams
14
for
piercing and 4 radiant damage.
Describe for us your killing blow.
Wow.
So I'll just charge up, I'll just come sprinting up and I'll kind of do an underhanded stab up into him. There's a flash of light that blows the dude back onto his back. I'm already turning to the next fight.
That's Marcus.
Yeah, he has no weapon.
I just noticed the doggy's icon.
Yeah.
What?
Bone longsword.
Nice.
So the dog will rush up to the one that Marvin had attacked. Not the.
Oh.
Yeah.
That one.
Arr.
Grounded dogs on the field.
It's true. It's the best day. And he'll snap his jaws a couple of times, but he doesn't make a connection.
So you're putting the dog right in the line of fire of
It's
me.
a dog.
Well, perhaps you can judge by the fact that I am doing that maybe it's not a real dog.
No,
Maybe it's a
I
bird
can't judge.
dressed up as a dog. Okay, those guys will go next. So I have two that are paralyzed. They get a chance to try and break out
At the end of the turn.
at the end of the turn,
Yes.
or at the end of their turn.
At the end of their turns, yes.
Okay, then the others. One of them. So the unparalyzed one closest to Rhine will actually. He will raise up his hands, aiming in a Cade and Marcus Word's direction.
Arcani check to identify.
Yep.
Alright, got a 13.
Only because you have very recently spotted a lightning bolt, he suspects this one may be much of the same.
Grimace is glancing briefly at the other one, decides to counter it though.
Okay.
Third level or lower still?
Yep.
Alright, then it is countered and the shield flares up brighter.
Fucking Torio, man.
Yeah, he's like the blue mate. He's like the blue deck.
You know what would
for
be
playing
cool
Magic.
if the enemies didn't get to do anything and that made me stronger.
Yeah, that's fine though.
There's still one
So
left I can't counter.
the one that's so the one that's in between the dog and Marvint disappears into the ground, like literally, like he just sort of seems to melt.
He's a stick.
Oops.
What's messing with me more?
I thought I had a druid.
And what is going on? What are you doing?
Which one did you want to disappear?
This one.
That's
Yeah, that's literally. I just made the same mistake. This guy.
Yeah, it's not that one. Must be that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got him.
he reappears immediately behind, like uncomfortably close to Antoria.
Tori has an annoyed look on his face, but doesn't seem too concerned.
And tries to wrap his arms all the way around
Is
you.
that
Boy love. Yes! Boy
Alright.
love.
Let's go for it.
Yes, you can give me an opposed strength check.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So check or save?
He's gonna take you under the ground.
This is just gonna be a check.
And you're not within grace of component.
18.
18.
Fucking judo throws him.
Whoa! You're grappled, sir. Yes.
Alright.
And then you both disappear to the earth.
Alright.
So my guys, I've got one that'll try to break out of a wolf's mouth.
Here, I'll put you guys in the fireball.
He does not succeed, and then I have two that'll try and break out of paralyze.
Yeah. DC 17.
Okay. Failures.
Alright.
Okay, great. It's your turn.
It is.
Yes.
What's going on?
You are like buried alive.
Ah.
You have literally disappeared under the earth. So first of all, you are suffocating.
Okay.
Give me.
Shield can't protect you against that shit.
I think there's actually a con stat thing for how long you can hold your breath.
That's true. You are
you-
very unexpectedly under the earth, however.
Fair enough.
So I will say that you'll take damage immediately, but then you can try and hold your breath.
Okay.
So
can't
you will.
inhale
It's
oxygen down there.
it's probably not very much. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay,
Just
I'll
from like.
I'll assume it goes through the shield given the nature of the damage. Because I still have a lot of shield left, actually.
I think we've ruled previously that the
It just takes it whenever it is somehow.
yeah that the
Alright.
shield doesn't block out like drowning or anything like
Yeah.
that. So yeah,
Just directly to me, that's fine. It actually goes to tempted points first, but it's fine.
yeah,
Alright.
of course. So you can give me another strength check in order to try and break free.
Okay.
I think actually you can use Dex
This
instead.
would probably be better.
Let's double check.
Checking thing real quick.
But so it'll be a separate check to try and excavate yourself once you've broken free.
Right, so quick question. Grapple doesn't normally prevent spell casting. As
Yeah.
I understand it. Am I prevented from casting spells?
You're prevented from casting. You are prevented from casting things that require a somatic component.
Almost everything.
Yeah.
Almost everything.
Only because you're in a very special kind of circumstance.
Right, I see.
You can Misty Step.
You could Misty Step your way out of
I'd
it.
have, I'd have to be able to see a location to do that. I assume I cannot see a location.
No.
You can't.
You could do that goofball thing that Nightcrawler would sometimes do, where he'd look at a postcard and then go there.
Is that... Did he actually do that?
I remember once he looked at a computer monitor
That's-
and teleported somewhere.
Okay.
like that was pictured on the
Yeah.
like a camera.
You should have accidentally teleported inside of the computer.
He probably should have.
Alright.
Stupid night.
Well, I've reviewed my spells, and there's nothing they can do for me.
There's an X-Men movie coming out this Friday, and I couldn't be more apathetic about
Bet
it.
it's going to be really good.
Oh,
Probably
that's
see
the
it in
one with
theaters.
Was it rolled? I could make a
Sansa.
dex check instead?
that one girl.
Yes.
Sansa's in it.
Dex check is
Well, Olivia Munn.
9.
Yeah.
Natural 1. Experience beans.
Okay.
Oh.
Should I play
Oh man, we're out of beans.
funeral?
Give or take 100.
Should I play a funeral procession march or something like that?
Berry blue or toothpaste?
Oh, that's a good one.
Um,
Well, you don't even choose them? That's fucking cheating.
I know. What about for?
You just don't like jelly beans in general, do you?
I don't.
Well, good
Don't-
session, everybody.
Don't die on camera.
Oh,
Don't.
3
Oh.
3.
thank goodness Real Gold was there to save me. Thanks, Real Gold.
Real Gold.
You're real good. Oh, we're really good at Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay, you have broken free.
Alright.
You can also give me a... You're going to have to use strength on this one to try and dig yourself back up.
What if I have an alternative plan?
I love alternative plans.
I will use a feather token to create a giant tree.
I love it!
Location.
Do it!
He plants a tree at his current location.
Is it gonna crush you when it's
It
spawned?
will. It is
No,
supposed-
it shouldn't
I
crush.
thought it said specifically it did damage when
No.
it spawned.
So let's review.
Let's see what it does.
Is it gonna? Is it
Being
gonna like?
crushed is better
Yeah.
than buried. And Toria can survive being crushed. You can't survive not
Yes, of
breathing.
course you can.
Of course you can.
That's what liches do. They survive.
The important thing is trees have roots that face down. If this thing shoots up, it's going to shoot up.
Yeah.
It is probably going to do that. Where is... Oh, it has some guy's name in front of it.
Does it?
Well, I think it does.
Well, yeah, cool, that
yeah.
sounds right.
I don't think that I gave you the name because it's not Dark Sun appropriate.
Yeah, you didn't, so I just have feather token.
Yeah.
Qualcomm.
It was definitely touched to the
You can
ground.
use an action to toss the... No, that's a different one. Oh, it's the one that's called Tree. Alright, first of all, you must be outdoors to use this token.
Check.
He's not in any doors.
He's not. You can use an action to touch it to an unoccupied space on the ground. So that means you could basically like just shove it into the dirt around you anywhere.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
fine. The token disappears, and in its place, a non-magical oak tree springs into existence. So, you basically literally just like grab the treetop and ride it 60 feet up into the air.
Nice.
Thankfully, I've always been ready for the day that someone finally uses
A year later.
Paul's feather token.
You gave them to me like in the earliest, one of the earliest sessions.
I think that I did, yes.
They're an ancient item. So a giant tree burst
Always
out
be
of the-
prepared.
Giant tree burst out of the ground, and Tori's just hanging calmly onto one of the branches, surveying the battlefield.
Does the guy come out too?
Nah, he's nowhere to be seen. Well,
Of course he is.
Not upside down.
Well, he won't stand.
Oh, that's true. Well, that was my action, so I'm done for the turn, I believe.
okay. The wolf will go, and basically tears that masked man just limb from limb. He is good and gone. Marvin, you're up. Marcus, you're next.
Oh, concentration check for the paralyzed guys that I did take actual damage. I passed it though.
Okay. Of course you did.
Well, it's 3 damage.
I had every faith that you would.
I cast fireball at the tree.
That's wise.
Oh my god, a living tree burning up.
I didn't say tree, I said treant.
Oh, I see. What
Oh, Antoria.
This is like 120 feet, right? Me to him. Close enough.
Are you?
I don't want to count.
So wait, what are you aiming at?
It's definitely less than 120.
Okay. Oh, this guy right here.
Oh, I thought you were serious about the tree for a second.
This
Sorry.
long, just a straight line, is like 60 or 70 feet.
I'm just gonna magic missile him with the hope that you'll allow me to recharge my Tides of Chaos.
You know what? I'm all about it. Not even gonna roll. I just want to see what happens.
Okay.
Maybe you'll burn down a tree.
So he takes 5, 7, 10 points of damage. 69.
Nice.
Better be sexual.
Oh boy.
What do we got?
Oh, actually, you're at the top of the tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So each creature within 30 feet of you becomes invisible for the next minute. The invisibility ends on a creature when it attacks or casts a spell.
So the dog is invisible.
Doggy!
Well,
And that includes me.
The tree's taller than 30 feet, I assume.
It's 60 feet.
Yeah, okay, I'm out of
Just
range.
outside.
Yeah, so I'm invisible also.
that would have been awesome.
Which technically you would have been 10 feet down, so maybe it's only 50 feet up in the air.
Yeah, but still too high for 30.
It is, yes.
That's alright.
The tree remains visible. So yes, the dog suddenly blinks away.
I'm taking the dog and we're gonna go back to her home.
The zone of truth.
Marcus.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can I pick up this sword from adjacent square?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I will do that.
You could even like stomp on it with your toe.
Pick it up and you have a lot of
Stab myself in the face.
No, you have a lot of experience picking Chevron back up.
Yeah.
That's true.
I guess. That's it for me.
Okay. Zora. Cade, you're next.
Get a little bit closer. Roll another stealth check, actually. 15 that time.
Disguised as a bush, like Looney Tunes style.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm actually gonna still hold this. Well, not hold action. I'm just gonna wait.
Okay, Cade. Your boyfriend is up in a tree if you want to go kiss him.
I was if he hadn't popped out of the ground, Kate would be digging right now. But it's okay. Boil is preserved. I'm gonna Misty Step and then step over and double attack. The Cade special, here comes.
Snake eyes.
It takes some.
They're not good.
To Eldritch Knight.
20 is the lowest one.
20 will hit.
Okay, so 2 hits. And I will single smite those as well. Real quick. Oh gosh. So many things. Right, whatever. Okay, that is 9, 17, 25 piercing, and 17.
So what's the total? Sorry.
Oh, so that is 25, 37.
37. I think you've taken care of another one. How are you dispatching this guy?
Much the same. I mean,
Okay.
he's fighting these guys.
We really only have the one animation.
He's fighting these guys with a lot of disregard. It's
Got it.
like, boom, when he hits the ground, and he's already turning towards this guy.
Good deal. Okay. The dog.
Which is what I do.
The dog will run after either of the paralyzed ones, but that's all it's going to do. It's just going to double move.
Okay.
How many does it get to them?
Yes, it gets to adjacent to one, but it's not going to.
Oh, hello. Yeah.
Okay. So. Yeah.
Still DC 17 wisdom saves for them.
That's fine. Zor, a masked man suddenly appears behind you and attempts to grapple you.
Sure he does.
Give me a strength check.
Can do.
12. You
Is that-
sink under the ground.
Is that Ben Luckable?
I mean, you don't know what's happening.
Character number 4.
Yeah.
No, it is not. Sorry.
Can I roll to perceive that?
Sure.
No.
Did Antoria notice it from up in the tree?
You can give me a perception check, sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I didn't see if you guys were doing perception checks versus his stealth checks.
I was not.
No.
Listen, but this is a lot noisier, presumably.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Got a 15.
15, I think, is reasonable enough to have spotted it.
Okay.
My other guys are going to try and break free of their paralysis, and neither succeed. They're just going to live the rest of their life in chains, I guess.
Okay.
As so many of us do. And Tori, it's your turn.
Yeah, sorry, I
Is
need to look up something real quick in response to
14
what happened
enough?
to...
Sorry?
14 enough to spot?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Perfect.
And Toria shouts, I have to let them go! Deal with them! He ends concentration on hold person and holds his head briefly, concentrating as he gestures and starts bleeding from his nose.
Bleeding from your nose?
That's a bad
Yes,
spell.
bleeding from his nose. So you've seen him cast Mage Hand before, and a little ghostly hand usually appears.
Yeah.
A gigantic, grape ape-sized,
Big
ghostly
bees!
hand. No, it's not Big Bees. This is even better. Appears right here. And at a speed of 1,000 pounds per turn, begins trying to excavate the local area with telekinesis.
How is that even a number that you
It
have
stops.
in hand?
I looked it up. It stops when I'll stop when I find any sign of the two of them. So I'm moving
Wait,
1,000 pounds of dirt.
What is this function of the spell?
Telekinesis.
Telekinesis.
It's basically giant mage hand.
How does it have listed in the rules, moves 1,000 pounds of dirt per turn?
Well, not dirt. It's objects, but
That's crazy.
I will read the exact spell.
Are you gonna like tear right into...
I know, just rip them to pieces.
Alright, how much does a pound of dirt weigh?
Yeah, like per
A
square
cubic foot of soil weighs between 74 and 100 pounds.
But that's
depending-
assuming Earth and its gravity. Right?
Yes!
So what's the gravity here? Is it 1?
I think it's probably a little bit stronger, accounting for why Dark Sun characters are so much tougher than
So
Earth
there's probably like
characters.
a more dense metal core to this planet.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, so it's probably like a 1.5.
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, who this is a question for is Zespera. Zespera would actually try and figure this out.
Yeah, she got a calculator out right now.
Oh my
Purple
god.
digging program.
Yes. Athos Excavator Simulator 2016.
I might be alright.
Okay, so...
That's about. So it's like what? You said that was 100 pounds per cubic.
Yeah, so are you digging straight down?
I will.
Just like are you, what's the area that this thing is excavating?
Good question. It can go up. It can move the dirt up to 30 feet. It'll start straight down in this area, flinging dirt everywhere as it excavates straight down. I'm trying to see into the hole.
Okay, and when does it start? Does it start immediately on your turn?
This happens all during my turn. It can
I
move
love how-
1,000 pounds, 30 feet in one action.
Okay,
Could
so
you just scoop up 1,000 pounds of dirt and drop it on a dragon and instantly kill it with this spell?
what if it's a dirt
Loose-
dragon?
I don't know if loose dirt would impress a dragon too much. I mean,
It's 1,000 pounds!
but it's still loose dirt. I mean, it's gonna.
No, it's still 1,000 pounds regardless of what makes it up.
I love how every single one of your spells is like the most worthless thing, but somehow we always have a use for them.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Sorry, this is one of those open-ended spells. It doesn't have a lot of rules specified for it, so I will.
Okay, so let's say this simply because you've gone so quickly before they did. Let's say yes, the Thrycreen and the weird mask dude just disappear immediately, and then immediately a giant master hand just
Start scooping.
and there's like it's literally like a backhoe has just. And 10 feet down, they're just like you can see their heads and their shoulders squirming.
Alright, I will excavate the area around them as well, but not below them.
No, I'm gonna say that
Oh, did I already
it's
use it up?
1,000 feet
Okay.
just to get down to that.
1,000
So you can
pounds?
see
Okay.
them now, but
Okay.
they're not
That's fair.
free. But they are capable of breathing.
Okay.
Okay.
Now you can throw some lava in there.
Well, that was my casting,
Like in
so I can't do anything else.
Yeah, it was. My goodness.
It is a 5th level spell.
That
It's
is
supposed to be
great.
awesome.
1,000 pounds. Could literally kill anything.
Do you have a point of inspiration?
No.
Please take a point of inspiration for your inventive spell
This guy's
usage.
about to regret what he did if I just got my semantic.
You probably did.
All right, the wolf spirit will.
I'm terraforming this forest.
Yeah. So it's actually going to dash into the woods and it disappears. Marvin, you're up.
So can I see? I was unclear. Are they both underground?
They used to be.
They.
I mean,
It's like
but
a
can I
basin
see
of
him?
dirt, right?
The bad guy, not.
You can see his head. Yeah.
Yeah, I want to shoot a firebolt.
It's like they've been buried up to their neck in dirt
You
now.
want
Okay.
the white queen, right?
I will shoot firebolt at the guy that's teleporting around,
Okay.
playing grab ass. Oh yeah, that'll hit. For shit, that's not a lot of damage.
Yes.
Whatever. 6 points of fire damage.
Ow.
He does not say ow.
Sizzled.
Anything else?
That's
Marcus.
Alright.
Zor, you're next.
I'll move in on this guy. I'll use Great Weapon Master again.
Okay.
That's a crit.
Nice.
I'm not
That's
eating
a
a
bean.
bean. I'm not doing it.
It wasn't a natural 20, it was a 19.
Oh, okay,
Crit on
then it
19.
Oh, yeah, that actually doesn't count.
And then the
Oh,
other attacks.
it's
Putting those in the
crit?
garbage.
It's not a crit?
No, it was a crit.
Oh,
but it
I
was a
crit on
natural
19.
Crit, but not a 20.
Yeah.
He
He has some bullshit.
You'd have to eat every bean in the box if Marcus 19s and 20s both counted.
I assumed I
Which is what we
hit on 22.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. In this case. 21. It's gonna be a lot of damage.
Do you want to just give me a killing blow description?
Sure. I just.
He has 30 more hit points left if you're dealing.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got that. I'll just. He just got unparalyzed, so I'll just jab Chevron through his back. Kind of like. Kick him off after that.
Cool. Zor. So
Okay.
you need to give me a strength check to try and get out of your
Sure.
situation here.
Have I regained my semantic abilities?
No, you're still grappled.
My strength check is only 5, so that's fine. So I can't do semantics, but I can do verbal.
Yes.
Okay, then I will summon a guardian of faith on me.
A guardian of faith.
Yes, and since
That's me.
we don't really have divine stuff in here, it's gonna appear as like a swirling water guardian thing, like an orb of water that kind of swirls
Like this?
around. Yeah. Well, it's not a water element, to be exact.
We'll just use this.
But I'll use that. Sure. Sorry.
So fill up the basin and
It's a
drown.
Powerade elemental.
And
You kids like Nas.
the guy that's on me gets a dex save.
Cool.
DC 17.
Fail.
28 radiant damage to him. And I think that's it for now, actually. Because I can't break out, so. Yep.
So is this just like an aura of just
Yeah,
like
it's so the Guardian is actually like.
benevolent damage?
It's an entity that exists. Everything within 10 feet of it takes
Okay.
radiant damage at the end of every turn. That
Okay.
they end with.
So it's like a like a light well, but
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It's like a cloud of daggers.
Yes.
End your turn in it.
Finally, a good spell.
Cloud of radiance.
Yep.
Great. Cade, you're up. Hello.
Hey, Cloud had its day.
Oh, I should roll.
I mean, it's
I
not
think
gonna
I
be-
still have it.
Yeah, I mean,
just don't know what to look. I don't have anything to replace it with.
Natural 1.
This is my
Hamanu
favorite
frowns
part.
on your actions this day.
It's unfortunate. It's one of those spells that's awesome, just doesn't scale at all.
Yeah.
Geez, I just did
Okay.
that one.
Hey,
I
you're
just
cheating.
did that one. I just wanted something else.
You got
No, it was
toothpaste, take it and
toothpaste.
run. That's the one that's actually not bad, no matter which way it goes. That's the safe choice.
What attack hit at
The only way to win is not to play, Herbie.
18 hit?
18 will hit.
That is 19 damage.
19 damage, still
then-
up.
How do we critically fail?
Just roll.
Oh yeah, give me another d20.
You've never done this before.
17.
17.
My
you-
love.
so your weapon is dropped. You're gonna have to spend a bonus action to pick it back up.
Okay. I
You
do
just-
that. I do that.
Okay. That's basically it.
Yeah. Kate would actually pick it up with some urgency.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Not
yeah.
as he's in the middle of combat. It's actually
So you don't
cares
try to like flick it up with your toes because you're too lazy.
No,
to pick
he
it
would,
up?
he would not be cool about it at all.
It only really it only really sucks if you've already used your bonus action for that turn. But usually you can just pick it up at the start of your next one. So.
Yeah, his fucking mind. He actually cares about his weapon even though it doesn't have a personality. Or just fucking throws us into the darkness constantly.
So the dog will take a snap at the masked individual, suddenly becoming visible, and will crit.
Oh my gosh, a puppy, I say.
Hello.
Wait, you got a crit?
I did get a crit.
So wait,
So wait,
I'm not going to make everyone eat a bean.
No, but that's our team, so you have to eat the bean.
What?
Oh yeah, good call. I think that's right.
Oh yeah.
I'm not willing to go along with this. It's
I'm
cruelty.
going to say that a friendly NPC attacking you and
It's
an
a
enemy
cruelty- it's
NPC
cruelty
cancels
doesn't
itself
count.
out.
It's cruelty to Brendan's. I'm not going along with that.
Hello.
It's like a Geneva Convention
I think we
violation.
should keep it to whoever rolls the 20.
I think we should
Hold on.
throw them in the garbage.
Hello.
Or
If
just
they hadn't
feed
been
them all
given,
to
if they
Polo.
hadn't been given to us by a donation, I probably would have already.
He's like the
So-
canned dog food one, though.
Polo has a very specific diet.
No.
Alright, he sinks his jaws into the fellow's leg and doesn't let go.
Is he grappled?
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes. Alright, it's their go.
Gotta break free of that grapple.
Yeah, he's gonna try and get rid of this dog.
Kicks it in the fucking skull.
He doesn't do that, but what he will do is he'll try and sink into the ground. Not grabbing anyone, just trying to escape. He'll get an attack of opportunity, actually.
I will take that.
Okay.
Roll one.
Shut up.
So see, like right
Yeah,
now, if
2
you didn't have
ones.
your weapon, that would be...
Yeah, that's a hit.
that would be a
I'm gonna
problem.
go ahead and let me see what my MP is at. I'm just gonna smite this guy to get him off the map before he disappears. But I need to check my
Smiteometer.
yeah, my smiteometer. I'll do what was your smite? That is. Oh, you just want total damage. You don't care about
What? Never mind.
what.
I was just gonna ask what like ballpark are we talking about here?
23.
Describe for us your finishing.
You say
blow.
Polo.
Yeah, so as he's sinking down, I'm just gonna drive the war pick into him. And he sinks through it and splits open. And then as he's dying, I'm gonna use Restless Avenger and just take a move.
Beautiful.
Backwards the action.
Okay. The other one will follow suit and lets go of you, Zor,
Yeah.
and seems to sink just into the ground beneath you.
Sweet.
Does the elemental get an attack?
No.
No.
So it only does damage for proximity.
I'll say it's not.
Oh, I didn't know if
it's
it was
not
like a-
creature.
It's ending your turn near it.
Yeah. Antoria?
Tori will try digging for it again, but I don't know if I've got rain. I don't know if I'll find it in one shot of that, but I will try.
You do not find it.
Okay.
Marvin?
I'll hold my action for him reappearing.
Okay. Marcus?
1, 2,
How long does
3,
telepathy
4,
last?
5,
Does concentration duration of
12 hours.
cool spells never last that long.
I just moved and I'm just looking down into the pit.
Concentration 10 minutes.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. You didn't think that you were gonna be done with that shit, did you?
Zor?
I'm gonna have to make another Guardian of Faith. It's the only thing I can do, really.
You
Well,
can-
let me try and break out first.
Yeah, you can dig yourself out.
Strength-
Actually, if you just double move, you can climb out.
Oh, he's not
He
grappling me still?
No,
No, he
Oh, he
disappeared.
ran away.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, screw this crap.
Okay.
Two-thirds of his
I-
encounter group died.
I thought he
They're
brought-
getting
yeah.
fucking killed.
I
out
thought he
there.
brought me with him. Okay, then.
No. He let go of you, and then he disappeared.
In that case, yeah, I'll just try and dig out.
Okay.
What would that be? A strength
You
check?
can double
No,
move.
he said-
As I said, you
Just
can
double-
double
okay,
move
sorry,
and get
sorry.
out.
I'll double move and
Okay.
get out.
Cade?
My move's using faster than normal. I move 40 feet.
I think it's just.
I think everyone-
just exhaust her.
Everyone has the same burrow speed, unless otherwise noted. That's what it sounds like.
I'm gonna play an old man next.
Cade?
Yeah, I'm gonna move towards this business here because I don't actually know what's going on.
That's a tree.
Yeah, well, I see my boy.
That tree was not there.
Hey, he's too high up to kiss, so I'm gonna bypass him and move towards this business in here.
Yeah, there's sort of just a big water fountain also in this area.
Yeah, so I'll run up to like the edge of the basin and just kind of skip to a stop.
You ran off.
Okay, the dog also will trot over to you guys, and after a couple of tense seconds, it seems as though the threat has passed.
Alright.
This dissipates.
The hand will actually move over to Antoria. He will step into it and use it to lower himself down to the ground.
Of
course you
What a show off.
Fucking
Give me your inspiration back.
Do you look like you're flying or something?
No, he actually has. There's a glowing hand that's clearly holding him and moving him down to the ground. He's not flying.
It's Master Hand from Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Nothing we say is going to change it.
I'll just say, you there, halt. What are you doing? Why are you following us?
I'm Antoria. Oh, sorry.
Antoria, I love you.
To me, I assume.
The hand
Yes.
is staying.
Okay.
The hand is sticking
I'm
around.
not saying it to Marcus.
I'll speak telepathically to all of you. Well, actually, it only goes 30 feet, so
It's best of Marvin's.
I'll just speak out loud. I'll speak in common. I saw what you were doing. I thought maybe you were going into the woods to meet with the preservers, and I wouldn't be too far off the mark after seeing what your friend here has done. He's clearly a preserver himself.
We'll settle this. Doggy. Antoria looks at the dog. Is the dog still around?
He's right there.
What do you think of this one? He gestures at the insect.
Guardian of nature. Ally to the elements. You are welcome to join our crusade.
I'm gonna lower my pick a little bit. And who are you?
I am Alkesh of the Veiled Alliance.
I'll look at Marvin.
And we'll pick up with that. Good game.
Good game.
Oh, mercy. That was fun.
Mercy, mercy, mercy me.
Telekinesis for the win. I wish you hadn't ran away.
Fucking ridiculous.
Can't wait to show you what it does to actual creatures you use it on.
Considering that it can move 1,000 pounds, it should be able to literally kill anything in the world.
Yeah.
Can't quite do that, but it can give them a bad day. Because unattended objects are a lot easier to move than something that's fighting
I
back.
just drop 1,000 pounds on them.
We only can move at 30 feet a turn.
Oh. I can only move 20 feet a turn, and I somehow managed to get my attacks in.
Amazing.
You could pick up that fucking tree.
I think the tree would weigh more than 1,000.
Thank you guys so much for hanging out once again. We'll see you maybe on Thursday. We'll see you maybe on Thursday for Star Wars Imperial Assault Night, where once again our characters will try to retire to the moisture farm that they so desperately want to work on, but get dragged back for one last job. No, actually, this one's a very particular mission. I'm going to avenge my old mentor and face the power of the dark side.
Oh.
That'll be fun.
It will be. I've looked ahead at it. It is a very interesting mission, to say the
That
least.
is
I can't
pretty
believe you would
interesting.
cheat.
Best of luck to you, young Jedi.
Take a look at it.
Anyway, otherwise we'll see you again next week for more Dark Sun Dungeons and Dragons adventures. Thank you again. Have a great night.
My stream.
Good night.
Bye bye.